welcome in everybody. It's been just a short break since the last stream. I'm still trying to get a couple of things going on my end as a restreamer, but I'm gonna pass it over to our commentators for today, Ink and jaxstronomy, and they'll talk through some things for you while we get everything else set up in the back end.
Yeah, miss us, guys. Welcome back to Silver Gauntlets. It's the weekend. It's the end of Challenge Cup. It's time to get some tiebreakers done, and we've got a three-way tie here, ready to go.
Yep, Kickemman, RoskaTyrant, and AlexanderHarrold in
All
League
right.
2.
Yeah. So, what are we looking at with this one? This one is this one a 1-1-2 or a 2-1?
This one is also a 1-2, like the previous one.
Excellent.
So, winner advances to brackets, and the two losers will unfortunately no longer be in Challenge Cup. They will be eliminated.
It's not all bad. You get to do things like play RSL.
Indeed, or even the 12 MQ tournament that is starting today. If you're really into that.
If you would like to do 12 MQ, welcome in Zelda Speedruns. You're right in time for us to finish getting things together to get this tiebreaker started. So, what are we looking for today? We got a Light Medallion start, we got a Nocturne Shadow start. So, and we're going to start as adult. Other than that, very little we can tell from the title page.
It's not a bad start. I mean, they'll be able to get to CAC without even having to walk, which is always nice.
The time of day benefits of that are pretty high. This is a 1-1 advance. Ink just verified that one for me. So, yeah, the thing about like having this Nocturne start that does eliminate one nasty way that the seed can go, having a bunch of stuff locked behind a deep Nocturne of Shadow. But there's really no interesting things you can say about a Light Medallion. You're gonna be collecting your 5 meds. The Light Medallion just exists to get us into Ganon's castle. It doesn't do anything else for us.
The one thing that has some implications with a start like Light Medallion instead of Shadow or Spirit, you're a little bit more likely to have a seed where path prioritization comes up. But other than that, yeah, there's not that much you can really imply.
Yeah, that's a good point. When you have Shadow and Spirit both available for hinting, that's true. I know you are a fan of the path prioritization, and so am I. I think it's kind of fun.
It's the one thing that really, I feel, differentiates Season 8 when it does come up. Mm-hmm. Which, if it does come up, hopefully logic reading is good. I know I'm not that familiar with Kickemman or RoskaTyrant as runners. I am very familiar with AlexanderHarrold. I know that he's pretty good with logic. So a logic heavy seed definitely plays into at least one of his strengths, I feel.
This is probably true. He also tends to be a bit of a... He tends to have a bit of like a full theory style. Like he doesn't tend to be a good risk taker, so that could also come into it. So, I don't know. I know RoskaTyrant and Kickemman have been around in a while. I just don't know their playstyles as well.
Season 8 was Season 3, I want to say, or Season 4. Somebody can
really.
That. It was a while ago, yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's like this is one of the things I was glad that we were able to do with Season 8 was get people interested in coming back and playing some. That I think we did a good job with that, and yeah, I enjoyed it. I got knocked out because I didn't practice at all. But that wasn't because of any moral failing. It was because I had other stuff, other priorities. But I've enjoyed S8, and I'm looking forward to commentating and
it's really know much about him, since it looks like he's on the newer end.
Mhm.
Not having played a standard tournament, he was in 8. He cleared his division, so he got promoted.
Mhm.
But other than that, I don't think there's any other like tournament records of him. So yeah,
Well-
it's pretty cool to see a newer player, doing so as well as he did.
Yep. And absolutely, I think like you always get some people come into League and break out of their first like in their first season. And the other thing that I do know about when you're starting out, you're actually excited, you actually practice, and you actually have good habits. So that definitely gives you an edge when you're getting into a tournament season.
So the trackers are set up for the 3 runners.
Yeah, nothing too exciting. Again, we talked about this. Nothing too exciting with the initial start. We'll see where it goes, though, because things can turn very interesting very quickly. It's sooner.
Oh. Okay, there we go. Screen changed for a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we are actually getting started, though. We do have on our end, we've got this running, we have our password entering. Let's get going.
And we're off. Well, once they all click yes. There we go.
There, now we're off. Thank you, RoskaTyrant, for showing me what we're doing. Fire. Jabu. Water. DC and forest.
So those are not very item heavy dungeons, like heavy requirement dungeons, so
Yes. Also, that does make our looking. Oh, Lost Woods foolish. That's interesting. And DC foolish. Cool. There's too much information. Give me a second to think about that. DC and Forest being our bridge medallions is interesting because those are 2 places that often don't get hints in general because bomb bag, hookshot, strength, bow. You need them for a lot of things, and there's multiple copies of those.
exactly. So maybe maybe our only bridge path will end up being just the lights.
Just the lights, or perhaps even on the sad potential of it could just be forest access.
Yes, that's the other potential condition.
That is the bad ending.
So the only hint we've gotten so far, besides our foolishness and our song, was that Burning Cack is Requiem. Thankfully, Spirit is Stone, so unless Stone Spirit is Path or something, shouldn't be that much of a problem. Or the Colossus check has some, like ZL, something funny like that too.
Yeah, that would imply things like, well, you're not gonna just don't even bother touching Spirit until you have a long shot, for one. There's a lot of things you could say from that, but right now I think that we're probably going to see these players will probably play like it's going to be a fast seed because you're seeing that you have Nocturne, Requiem is deep, and you have these very short dungeons, relatively. Item short dungeons. I think that you may see them playing like it could be a jet. Now,
sure.
as we all know, it is never a jet until you are in the terminal parked and deep laning.
Yeah, for sure.
But this is in a runner's mind, this is a jet warning sort of scene.
Yeah, I think there was a qualifier seed where it was one of those jet warning seeds, and I think it turned out to be a jet. I don't remember which qualifier it was.
Yeah,
But
what jets in the qualifiers?
Oh yeah, for sure. There were quite a few. ZL in cat.
Yeah, nice and early. Now I know we don't use the J word, but The point being that when you're a runner, it sneaks into your head when you start getting good stuff early.
For sure, it definitely does.
So, this is more saying that we shouldn't be surprised to see them see our runners play aggressive with this particular layout.
It's going to be interesting to see if they can figure out this is not a bad time to play aggressive. Probably they do realize it, but some people, they still play thorough regardless, so...
Yeah, you're in a 3v3 tiebreaker. And of course the problem is, like, reason I got knocked out, when you play aggressive, sometimes you make very big mistakes.
For sure, yeah. And
so it's a balance.
Yeah, and in a three-way tiebreaker, you do fear making those mistakes quite a bit. Also, being on restream, another factor. But yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how the runners do. Something interesting to note: we haven't gotten much besides the Ellen Cac.
Yeah, Cac has been rather thin so far.
Oh,
we have a t-shirt. We have a t-shirt. I cleared Adult Kakariko and all I got was this stupid t-shirt.
Right. Jabu to Bane.
Ooh. Okay, that's good. I like seeing a Bane path on a dungeon I have to be in anyway. If that was Jabu to Bane on Stone Jabu, I'd be pretty mad. Let's be real.
Personally, I wouldn't, as Jabu's my favorite stone dungeon and dungeon in general, but for most people it isn't the case. Yeah, they would be pretty...
We found him. We found the one Jabu enjoyer. I like Baronade. Baronade's amazing. But the rest of the dungeon, I could take or leave.
AlexanderHarrold not age-changing. He's going to check the Foolishes first, so he might be going up river here.
I wouldn't mind seeing a longer adult, because with Lost Woods out, that's a pretty big area.
Yeah, Kickemman also doing the same thing, it looks like. Or, no, he's setting time of day for Damping.
Ooh.
And it looks like AlexanderHarrold's doing the same thing, and this is
smart.
This is smart, because you haven't gotten the Sun's Grave song, or Royal Tomb song yet, and you have Nocturne available.
Ooh, I don't like this out of Kickemman, by the way. This skull is in logic for doing just that. It's a really long skull.
It is, yeah. Sometimes even, I've seen, like, top players, they don't even get it when it's a 50 skull seed. Never mind when it's 20 skull seed.
It's not an efficient skull, but doing that as your first skull is kind of questionable.
Yeah. I like picking it up if, like, it's a 50 skull seed and you don't have Sun Song and you're using it to set time of day, but
yeah,
I would pick it up there.
Yeah, like, you want to go there to multitask. And I guess they are technically multitasking, but it's just such a long skull. I don't know, I have skull opinions now. Like, I've been thinking about skulls way too hard.
Like the last tiebreaker where it was bottle path for 20 Skulls Hammer.
Beautiful. Flawless, no notes.
Alright, so child shooting is nothing. That's gonna benefit the two runners. Well, that's not gonna punish the two runners who decide to set time of day tonight.
Yeah. I think the only thing punishment there would be, like, Bomb Bag.
For sure, yeah. Roska is actually the one diverging here. They're gonna go to Ranch first instead of Graveyard.
Yeah, prioritizing songs over the awkward check. I'm not sure if that's even a problem, considering you'll probably want to go to be just after night at some point as a child, and you can warp there from anywhere.
Oh, interesting. AlexanderHarrold did not pick up the Royal Tomb song yet.
Oh, that is interesting. Maybe he's planning on doing the skulls here and then going back for it? And then just so you can save quit out of the back?
Yeah, But then the downside of it is you can't get the
Oh,
torches.
the torches, you're right. That would be why you'd want to do it as a child. Yeah, I don't know. Again, this is me having opinions about skulls, but I still feel like it's a little early to be pushing skull aggro.
For sure, I definitely agree. I mean, I get that CAC is dry. Like the sea is dry to start. You didn't get anything in CAC, but it is still too early to be like in the mindset of, yeah, I need to push skulls, because the seed is just so dry that I don't have many other good options left.
We haven't seen Midas House. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, the same with, I mean, Valley Lake is on the table too.
Yeah, actually, I am a Valley Lake hater, and I do agree with you that this would be a seed that pushed me Valley Lake.
I am also a Valley Lake hater, so I can understand.
Ooh,
There's a big chest in it too.
Paid out for that flame storage.
Oh.
Oh, in case to see the lens early.
Yeah, you can see.
Known TCG hater, Inc.
TCG is annoying. Not that I got knocked out of last year's challenge cup over someone doing 1 in 32.
Chickens is hinted dead, so we just need to go to Nightcack, really.
Yeah, it's not. I love seeing a chicken's dead hint, and that's also a reason to hold off on doing daycack.
Oh, AlexanderHarrold misses the jump.
The jump for people who actually intend to head over to Castle.
And he's committed to it. I respect that.
I think he's trying to burn the time of day, so he doesn't mind killing it. Like, this is just a time of day burn.
That's true, yeah. I mean, he could walk out of CAC as well and just go to Kiri, I guess.
Yeah,
That's
there you go.
also-
First try. You got it. First try.
Yeah, there wasn't anything in the past 30 seconds on his stream.
Yeah. Just nice burn time of day. Very good.
Valiamorpha?
Okay, so maybe that is worth it.
Maybe.
This seems like a very long. I mean, I don't know if I don't think Alex is another known Valley Lake hater, but that was something.
This is 2 seasons in a row Sadie should have been here for.
Yeah.
We had Hook on Wasteland last seed, and now we've got something in Valley.
Now we got something for Morpha in Valley, yeah. Could be Hook in Valley. But yeah, that definitely does tack with the whole. This feels so dry that Valley Lake feels like an excellent play.
Well, if Valley Hammer chests and, Shell Valley is irrelevant.
True,
but
I would have gone there. I didn't think that without the path anyway, just because. Again, what do we have? We got a shirt.
Something also to note, Ranch did not have anything either, just Serenade, so another place where there haven't been really any items to help us.
I won't complain about Discount Prelude, but it's true, it doesn't open any checks. I wonder if we're gonna find a hammer pretty soon and then just have to do a very fast fire dip to get everything kicked off.
Potentially, yeah. AlexanderHarrold actually choosing to go Ranch first, probably just worry about time of day. I believe if he does Valley Lake into Ranch, it also works. Like, he doesn't have time of day problems, but...
I think typically when people are typically routing this, they're opting to walk out of Avalon. So I said I made myself coffee. Did I drink it?
One thing that'll be a little interesting here is assuming Kickemman and Roska don't get the HC2 hint, or there's not another Morpha copy out there. They'll have the Serenade from Almond Ranch, which I think further discourages the Valley play. Again, it is dry, so you still might go there, but it makes just Lake into Kokiri Forest stronger, probably, than just Valley into Lake.
It's true, but I don't think we're gonna... Ooh, Bomb Shoes and Kokiri Forest next, so...
Only a 5-pack though, but it'll help with
That
value
actually
efficiency.
makes me happy because my preferred way to route Valley Lake is Southfield Valley Lake.
Yes, that's so that you can get all of the Southfield checks. You don't have to, double back for the rest.
Exactly. Like, that's the reason I don't like Valley Lake, is that you're orphaning those bomb checks down there.
Something in Mido's house.
We get one entire major item, and it's Ruto's Letter, which also doesn't do anything yet.
Perhaps some Ice Rush enjoyers are in chat, wishing for the runners to rush ice.
Would that even make sense today? I'm not even sure. I mean,
Hard to
let's
say.
be fair. To be fair. If we're rushing ice, do we care if it makes sense?
True. When, let's be honest. When in a seed has there been an item in ice, and rushing ice made no sense? Like all the seeds. All the seeds were supposed to rush ice.
Occasionally.
Okay, AlexanderHarrold going for backup lake hints too. So it looks like he's really prioritizing the
Hard to
information here.
hit, yes. And again, I figured this is something where I've noticed that this is a move that Alex would make. Oh, there's a bow and fire temple. That's interesting.
Very
Also,
interesting.
It's kind of a neat dual hit.
Yeah, from what I've watched of AlexanderHarrold, he really likes to prioritize information early. He's one of those players who goes for backup lake hints, and here it's no exception.
Yeah. There's definitely a balance you can have there. With Alex has not yet been to Valley. I think this is probably he's probably on his way. He's en route. Oh, that's really dead. Sorry, Death Star.
Gonna get our first look at the child SMM.
Interesting, Kickemman made it there before RoskaTyrant, who was specifically going song route. It's a horse! We can go to GTG if we really want to.
Final frogs it is a condom.
That's helpful. RoskaTyrant also getting those shoes, so that's excellent. Although, the 5-pack is so interesting to get in this situation because there are various philosophies about how you use a 5-pack.
Whoa.
Hero turning down in his path of the hero.
Magic.
Yep. Not only that, do you remember what you said about jet warding? Well, typically, and not always, but
Well,
that's another warning that this could
we're
be
never going into Shadow Temple.
Mm-hmm.
We're never touching Shadow Temple. We're probably not going to Spirit, but who knows about that one.
If we do go to Spirit, then Spirit would have to have no keys that are fire locked, or it would have to be just, maybe the first 4 checks, something like that.
Yeah. So, looking at this, we have that Druid Valley to Morpha. We know that our magic is in magic or leading to magics in GTG.
Oh,
we probably need to have a Volvagia hint out there somewhere.
Slingshot for AlexanderHarrold, but something I wanted to comment. RoskaTyrant forgot that Woods is foolish.
Well, it's for the hint. It's for the hint.
True.
Shh, it's for the hint. Yeah, knowing right now that you don't need magic is incredibly strong.
It is. It also eliminates all dungeons. That's another thing it eliminates.
Yes. We absolutely do not have to do all dungeons.
Kickemman going to River, so this is a new area for us.
Okay, yeah, Roska has forgotten. River is... Kickemman, if you're taking your Rush Ice advice, my friend, because I don't see another reason you'd want to head up here this early.
Yeah, you can get Domain to turn in Letter. That's pretty much the main reason you would
Yeah,
go.
turning it
That
seems a little
and-
bit premature to put Turning Letter without logical access and with other things to do.
We got Skull Masted in on AlexanderHarrold's side.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I would say it's alright. The other thing I think he's maybe doing or thinking of is maybe Adult Lake could have a hook or something like that. Or there could just be a big chest here.
Hey, it's called the Sphere Zero Grotto for a reason.
Scale.
And scale. Okay, so now this isn't logic. Fine, I'll shut up. That's a terrible place for that, by the way, because a good reason to hold off on doing Adult River is because you want to hold up for a Scale or Irons.
Zora's River to King Dodongo. Our bombs are scale locked. So
Nice.
far. That's kind of gross, actually.
Yeah, having that there, having to go to the Scale to get the... Yeah, we might actually be seeing our bombs inside of either in this next check or in Zora's Domain. Or heck, maybe we have bombs in Ice Cavern. That would be very dumb. But it would be possible at this point.
I think the dumbest place it could be is Frogs 1. And
That's
like
true.
Popolero.
Yeah, that would also be a bad place for it. That'd be a very bad place for it.
Okay, our first look at Valley.
This seems pretty restrained, Starks. We know that no item that is required for anything up to beating Ganon is behind magic.
We have a hook.
What is it? What is that?
I
I can't tell.
can't tell either.
Basically, if it's either a key item or it's Deku Nut. That's the only thing you can't tell.
Oh, it was hook. Okay.
Okay. That's good. That's very helpful to have. You kind of need that.
OoT is Stardust.
Okay. So, huh.
So Minuet's out there. That's for sure.
I'm wondering if Minuet might be at Temple of Time, considering how little we've seen for hints at this point, path hints at this point.
Yeah, could be. Alright, first look at Domain on Kickemman's side.
Yeah, this is very interesting with that, finding that path to King Dodongo, which is very rare. We very want to see that. We rarely want to see that.
Especially in a seed like this, I feel. I mean, it's dry and all, but...
Just like get our nice little early bottleneck. You gotta go through the scales. You gotta go through the bombs. And then everything just blows itself open. And probably also have to go through that hook.
It looks like...
Marios, yes.
Okay, it looks like AlexanderHarrold is finally going to the woods area, so he hasn't been there yet, while Roska is going to follow Kickemman's path into River.
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to be very good for him.
Yeah, I think we may see our other two runners get that hook shot as an adult at this rate.
Yeah, that could very well
Fortunately,
be
it is the place where you can do this as an adult.
So the good thing for the other runners is we know that there should be another hook shot out there that's not hook locked.
That's true. You will still need that hook shot at some point, but if you are intending to put off Valley until you are heading to GTG, and there's the Iron Boots, that's another path to walk. Wait, what? Oh no.
Bombs in water?
Bombs in water? Also,
Okay.
can we dip in Jabu?
You know what?
Yeah.
I actually...
We've already
I
lost
actually
our lives. Let's do it.
I actually like this play because Jabu's path.
Well, you have to beat it, though.
True.
Oh my gosh, that's where the other Zora's River to Kadong. That's a mean game. I know this is the Sphere Zero Grotto, but listen, there are always DLC boots in my heart.
Oh, he's even going Fountain Fairy. That's funny and interesting.
That is an interesting choice, actually.
Like I said, I don't mind this. Like, actually, it might be first bombs in Jabu, which would be very gross, and Jabu is path to light. Like, the Jabu bombs are path to lights.
Oh man, that would be weird. Unlikely, but possible.
Yeah, it's statistically
More Zelda speedruns. It's perhaps even Zelda speedruns too. Welcome in, y'all. We have some weird paths.
Welcome in, Raiders. This is the Group 2 tiebreak between Kickemman, RoskaTyrant, and AlexanderHarrold.
Oh heck yeah, that was totally worth it.
Yep. And so the winner of this tiebreaker will advance. The other two will not. They 1 and 2 tiebreaker.
Oh wow, Roska catching that.
Yeah, I was a little worried there, but Angle is just good enough to get in.
Yeah, fortunately it would just be a time loss, a small time loss of playing ZL rather than the time loss of going game for chicken again.
Okay, Kickemman opting not to dip Jabu.
Honestly, you'd think that if you were going to go all the way up there, you would take the time to dip.
Yeah, otherwise you might as well just get that check while you go to ice or something like that.
Yeah.
We'll see what Roska chooses to do. Yeah, Kickemman not dipping Jabu. He just went to Fountain Fairy and that's it.
He had a fish in his bottle, so he may have accidentally dropped it. And then decided to bail because he couldn't do much. Because he definitely had a fish in his bottle. Yeah, again, with our current loadout, we don't have perfect knowledge of it, but you would need a bomb bag, or you would need a slingshot to put that going there in logic without boomerang.
Oh, AlexanderHarrold has slingshot.
Yes, and the thing is, what I would point out is that you can do it with the bomb shoe, and both of those things are out there somewhere, probably not behind Jabu. I think it's still worth dipping. AlexanderHarrold having the same reaction we all do when we read anything as Path of the Hero.
Okay, maybe that. We'll see if that changes Kickemman's mind.
At this point, it would feel very bad to go back.
It would, yeah. Okay, he opts to do back Alikins.
Yep, so you'll be getting the bow information. Honestly, if you were already all the way up there, you're never getting Furor's Wind, so there's no point holding out. Oh, that's annoying. You're never getting Furor's Wind in this seed.
Pretty much not, no.
You can get the little D8, but you can't actually use it.
But Roska get any pink rupees? I don't think so. Oh, he did get one.
Nice.
He's gonna be rich.
That's
I
two.
haven't seen it.
Dang. Nice little injection of money to start out the game. You always need money, like, in the first, half an hour, 40 minutes, and then you just never need it, unless you are so unlucky that you have to be buying bomb shoes the entire way.
Let's see where AlexanderHarrold's going. Is this a river play? Looks like it.
Yeah, It definitely looks like it.
Yeah, the river. Well, it looks like Kickemman's walking out in the field, so I would guess that means he's getting the hook shot. So where are the bombs? Are they at the bottom of Zora's Fountain? Are they perhaps inside of Water Temple? Are they in Boomerang Chest? And Kickemman just psyched himself out.
I'm gonna stick with my original guess and say Boomerang Chess, not because, I want that for Kickemman, but
It feels like a good guess, honestly. Like, I'm not unhappy about that guess. Also, Kickemman did a very nice chew drop. I was messing around with trying to perfect that the other day, and it's not easy. Well, with Swarms and Ice, okay. That's an option. Swarms locked with Storms and Ice. Somewhere in Forest Temple with our Minuet, nice. Wreck is on, Burning Cack, so that's not it. Yeah, we know we have a Minuet out there. I think it has to be either on Colossus, on Ice, or on Prelude. Bombs on 20. I think that's not possible with the hook shot.
yeah, that's not
The hook shot
possible.
puts a lot of skulls in.
We have also Ponas to get like 4 skulls in the group area.
Yeah, you really need to have nothing to be able to have a single item be locking your 20 skull check.
To be something like Bottle and Sling. That's typically the most common combo for it to be locked in 20. Alexander picking up the Zora's River KD path.
One of the two very rudely placed Sword River hands. Yeah,
They are very rudely placed. Okay, Kickemman finally going to Ranch.
okay. That's unfortunate for him, actually. Although, without the time of day check, it's probably a good time. RoskaTyrant, however, is doing what I thought would be a reasonable thing to do outside of by walking out of Lake and heading towards Valley. So we'll see RoskaTyrant in Valley getting that hook shot, and then we'll see what his opinions are after that. Also, as you can tell from my my occasional aphasia and distractedness, I'm not entirely paying attention. I'm trying to. But, did we get a child spawn check for anybody?
We didn't. You're right.
Okay, I assumed that I wasn't paying attention and really just noticed child spawn check. Great. And also, allow you to,
I think we did get child spawn at
don't
Cinnamon
have to talk
Market.
about being rude.
I think we actually just saw it from Kickemman save stowing some bomb shoes.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that makes
Market
sense.
is nice, actually. Considering that my husband is still not stopped talking about sad trombone of Yaz. Alright, RoskaTyrant heading towards that hook shot. Again, I think he's in good shape to start going. Marcus Child Spawn, awesome. I love Marcus Spawn. Marcus Spawn is happy inside.
I think Market Spawn here is especially nice because you don't have Sun Song. You do have budget prelude, but if you don't have a good time of day, it can be a little bit annoying.
Yes, and with some people, with some known masochists aside, I think very few people actually enjoy time of day routing their way into and out of market. I think most people would consider Sun Song a nice quality of life.
Alexander getting the fish. He might dip Jabu here.
And that actually would be very interesting for him because he does not really have all that much to run on as far as stuff to do from here. I mean, he might consider going in the water after he gets this, but
He has ice, I guess.
he is ice.
Which
Well, I think it might be worth it.
I think Roska and Kickemman are probably going to go that direction.
Yeah, I think ice is an excellent direction to be headed, particularly with the bombs as our path. We can get the song off Bolero, and do we have literally anything to open Lost Woods? Lost Woods shortcut, yes, but it is our bomb shoes. It'd be nice. Oh yeah, we also have it at Bolero, duh.
Bolero and a hook, which is pretty nice quality of life.
I was thinking about Minuet. I forgot the existence of the Bolero check. This just goes to show you that, like, intellectually, you don't actually think through literally everything you're doing when you're playing. Sometimes you just play. There you go, there's Minuet. Heavily required Minuet.
A good way to trip up all of your muscle memory not thinking is to play with Ocarina buttons shuffled.
Oh man, I have not done that one yet, but...
It's actually pretty fun. Last time I did it, had some fun not being able to set my usual Scarecrow song.
Oh boy.
That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, my personal muscle memory breaker is one mental muscle memory breaker. I really like playing with like overworld ER and mixed pools. I like having to problem solve to get through to figure out exactly where I'm going.
Gonna see.
Yeah.
Go and see the bull.
Oh, nice. That's a really important one.
Could be really nice if it's Child-Born City, especially.
Mm-hmm. Also, shoutouts to RoskaTyrant using the absolute objectively worst color for his hearts. The one where you can't tell whether you've taken damage or not when you look at it.
Okay, AlexanderHarrold going for Fountain Fairy first two. We'll see. Did he also empty his fish? He emptied his fish and bailed, yeah.
No Phantom Ganon Path is actually not surprising in a lot of ways. I mean, it's unusual, but it's not out of the question. No, Alexander HD was doing something that's he was save scumming in the front of Jabu to go get the path get the fountain while save scumming a bomb shoe.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard way to, I don't want to say standard, but that's like a pretty like okay place to do a save scum here. The only like catch is that, okay, then you feel very silly when it's something you need, then you have to walk all the way back. And you can't just warp out of there.
I mean, if the runners are gonna ever do ice, which most likely they will, considering...
Well, considering Kickemman's literally walking upriver right now.
Not only that, I mean like all of them I feel probably will go ice at some point, just because...
I feel it's like a very strong play right now.
Yeah, it's one of your strongest plays at the moment. You're probably gonna have to end up, you know, scumming, walking out, etc. anyways. You could do it after ice too, that's another option.
Yeah.
But you still have to, you know, walk there.
Spirit Temple is dead. We can't get there without magic. Or beating Fire, Water, and Jabu, which need the stuff we need for DC and Forest. Oh yeah, so we're not going into Spirit Temple either, guys.
Yeah, the likelihood of Spirit actually coming into play this seed is extremely low.
should be, I think, pretty much 0. I was thinking about maybe the bow, but we've got a hinted bow and fire temple, so.
Yep.
Oh, we're getting a fire dip from Roska.
And
it's a
bit
big chest.
He's being paid out, which is fun. This always feels good, even if his crap.
It's about another bow!
Wait a second. Game?
Well, now he's gonna go to Forest.
Game, I have a question for you.
So, previous tiebreaker, we had 2 bows back-to-back in Spirit. This seed, we have 2 bows back-to-back in Fire.
It's adjacent to each other in fire. Like, one's up there, one's down there, and yeah, there you go.
I think Mido's broken.
Game has a sense of humor. Game thinks it's funny.
Oh, the gold scale.
Wait, was it gold scale?
Gold scale in Icy Waters. But Lab Dive was hinted dead.
You're just doing this to spite me, Game.
Okay, rank just does not pay off for AlexanderHarrold, unfortunately.
Okay, so Kickemman does not know it, but his decision to bail was correct.
And there's a big chest in the first chest in Forest.
It's nice.
And it's a wallet.
Not the worst, not the best.
Probably be able to fill that up before you go to fire, which could save you some time.
Yeah, we got our first item we got was the Goron tunic, so
okay.
if there is an opportunity where you need to perhaps check if you end up going to GTG earlier and you want to go grab some bomb juice so you can do DC really fast, that's an option. Because I do agree with our runner's decision to use those 5 chews rather than be precious and save them.
Yeah, I would also agree. Like, when you have 5 chews, you don't worry too much.
Yeah.
It's like, you could have used them more optimally. Always. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, definitely
Also-
from what I can tell, the conventional wisdom
Also,
is...
I was about to comment how it was interesting. The fight was interesting and kind of cool, and we'll just say it was still interesting and kind of cool. Like using the hook shot for stunning, and there's like that's something you don't see very often. Feels like it might be more useful when you're shieldless. Alright, you're never using this thing because it's behind the magic that you're never getting.
Yep. Looks like AlexanderHarrold is gonna go adult as well now.
Yeah. We're kind of out of good stuff to do as child.
I've
Okay,
never
I'm
seen
getting
this hook strat.
Yeah, this hook strat is interesting. Like, you can stun things with hook. I've seen people do it more often with Wolfos. Might have to give that a shot for when, I normally am team by a shield, but some settings, like Escape from Kakariko, Triforce Blitz, you end up, not buying a shield for reasons because you're just there faster than you normally are. Might be interesting to try, because those guys are kind of sketchy on 3 Hearts No Shield.
Still nothing in ice yet, so we got the final chest in the song.
The worst thing you're getting here is Prelude, and if the worst thing is Prelude, that's not a terrible thing.
I mean, it's extremely unlikely that, you know, both Roska, like, not even both, but Roska and AlexanderHarrold are probably going to come there trying to follow the path anyways, so...
Oh yeah, that's a very, very good place to be going. Oh man, I'm glad everyone else is enjoying Duality and Trinity. They seem very cool. I don't have the time to practice with people right now. Like, I just can't find time to practice stuff not on my own schedule. Also, I would kind of... I think Roska is a little too far to the right. No, there you go. Yes. So yes, if you've not heard of Escape from Kakariko, the other cool thing from Elagatua, I do not spoil it for Benji because part of the joy is going in absolutely no spoilers and knowing nothing except for the name.
Alright, still just the wall of force so far.
Mm-hmm.
How many keys?
1 key, not a lot. Yeah, hence probably why, well, 2 keys. Still not a lot, but more than 0.
And no items, nice. What's the song gonna be?
RoskaTyrant playing... It's no time.
Oh no, don't tell me the first bombs are GTG song a time locked.
I mean, they could be, and it just wouldn't be the item that was hinted.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the path of the hero, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It would be a pretty gross location, I feel. Okay, he's going back for KZ, which is also, you know, the scale letter lock.
Yeah, definitely don't hate going back for KZ in this circumstance.
Yeah, Song of Time is awkward.
Very awkward.
Because our worst case scenario is that there's something in the river in water.
Ooh, we can get to that right now, can't we? Oh.
In theory, it depends on the keys.
First bomb bag, river chest, and water. That would be quite special.
Is that possible? Let me think about that for a second.
The
Depending on
bomb
what
lock
where.
Yeah, the bomb lock check and the long shot lock check. Well, actually, we presume...
We don't know anything about the long shot, so yeah, there's only one fact that's you're locked out of without bombs, like hard locked out without bombs.
Let's see. We don't have any strengths for the push block.
Oh, right, we need strength.
that's
right.
a good point.
Right. So yes, at the moment, I think the answer is no, it can't be there.
Okay, well, Roska is rushing GTG.
Yeah, heading to GTG, I think that isn't the worst idea to get what you know you need to get. Also, it looks like Roska is taking a detour to get this big bow. That's actually a thought. What if our bombs are on big bows?
Yes.
Then the skill would just be to turn the letter in so you could get an empty bottle.
Oh boy, that would be quite gross.
That'd be funny. I kind of want that to be what's happening here because it'd be funny.
He's committing to it. So he's not
Yeah, you do. You want that bottle back.
Plus, it's a chance to pull 1 out of 2 strengths that would make GTG even nicer. Probably not going to happen, but a slight consideration.
Yeah, that's true. I don't hate going to GTG early here. Put that back.
We know that's sad.
Wait, please do this. Okay, so if Roska is at all thinking about going to ice ever... Yes!
Yeah, let's go.
Hero of the people!
Frog warp, let's go.
Yeah, so what we're about to see is, a delightful thing from RoskaTyrant. When you have the eyeball frog, and you turn it in to get your eye drops. You get put onto a timer. If you fail the quest, which you can do just by warping anywhere, you get sent back to the beginning of the quest line in front of King Dora. So you don't have to walk up a river, and it is wonderful. Walking up river is so slow.
Yeah, even with, you know, Bolero, Minuet, well, Minuet because you probably don't want to waste a chew, it is quite slow.
Yeah, that's the real issue with rushing ice. It's just it takes forever to get there.
Especially if you've already done River, like, it's even less incentive.
Yeah, it just feels bad to invest the time when you don't know for sure if it's going to be needed.
Also, the nice thing about this for Roska is he will be able to get the adult link checks.
Yes, getting adult fishing, getting the top lab check. You can also do lab. Well, you can also grab. Well, lab that we had hinted, so you won't do that.
Yeah,
You might grab if you
say,
need money or a skull. You could get that. Actually, he might get the skull.
I wanted to say there is a chance Bomb Knight could be behind this. Could be skill for beans.
The hook shot's already. The hook shot is in 0-0.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, Kickemman is going back for Valley. That makes sense. Okay. Oh, he's planting beans. Kickemman thinks is on the idea of it could be beans to go get beans.
Yeah, he doesn't have the info Valley, which I mean maybe he'll probably get that hook on the way to GTG. But the question is when does he go there? If that is, you know, if the other hook is like somewhere in a bad place, maybe it slows down.
Yeah, missing Valley is a little sad. No, give him the frog! Give him the frog! Oh, you need to do this first, it's true. Although he could have done this after you turned him the frog. I don't remember who it was, but there was someone on, I think it might have been a weekly restream, who just, like, disrespected the frog timer so thoroughly, and it was wonderful. Just, like, did every check upfield and through Lost Woods and into Crater on the way. It was beautiful. Okay, so RoskaTyrant is going to commit to going to GTG. That's fine. I know, we all wanted a frog warp, but frog warps make us all happy. If RoskaTyrant can avoid that, that's a big time save, though. Because Ice was a pretty good time sink there.
It was, yeah.
Again, it'll be hard to avoid, but I don't believe we've seen 10.
Hey, look, we have some ads.
Ad percent.
Wonderful. Well, we can't do AD, so we have to have ads.
Well, was AlexanderHarrold gonna push water?
I'm not sure.
That makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense.
It does make a lot of sense, yeah.
It does.
This was the path area. The only thing that's gonna really suck for him is he doesn't have a bow yet.
Yeah, the lack of bow makes it less tempting for sure. That's
I think
without bow or strength or bombs, that's 2 checks.
You can't get without strength, yeah. The other one, you need like magic and dins. Magic is obviously GTG, but
Yeah, magic is super deep. You just literally can't do anything with their current kit there. Like 2 checks. It's It's the first two chucks.
Alright, Kickemman looks like they're also going in that direction of GTG.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad plan for them because they can also do Valley while they're there. And that's a big place they have. That's probably one of those like alarm bell places you have in the back of your mind of places you haven't checked yet.
For sure, yeah. At this
I
point,
mean,
how
of course,
dry the
makes it
sea.
so much easier.
Sorry?
Honestly, it's fire dip that really is the big deal here.
Yeah, for sure. There's gonna be a big question with AlexanderHarrold and Kickemman when they did fire, unless there's just another bow out there.
Or there's a
But-
hammer out there not bow locked.
Yep.
There are worlds where River Chest can have our first bomb bag, but we're not going to see that world here. Mostly because the people who have Song of Time don't have bows.
Gonna see a quick HBA from Roscoe before dipping into GTG.
And Kickemman's getting the hook shot, and honestly, it might feel not great right now, like getting the hook shot here. But he hasn't lost too much time. Like, RoskaTyrant with like Alex hasn't done much of anything with his hook shot yet. And Roska, well, his lead is not the hook shot, it's the bow. I'm so close. They're just like, please tell me that I remember how to shoot. Ooh, strength upgrade. That
And
feels
looks
great.
like
Oh man, that is... So what can RoskaTyrant do right now?
they can beat Forest.
Can beat Forest, can beat Dodongo's Cavern, not in logic, but can.
They can go into water.
A big chunk of water. Is that a big chest back there? Yes, it is. What if there's both hook shots in? That would be funny.
That would be very funny.
Like, the game just being lazy and going, okay, well, what if I... Okay, I'll place the bow. Let's put another one over there. I'll place the hook shot. Yeah, let's put another one over there.
Mido's just,
Yes,
he's
DC
not trying very hard.
It's just required.
Milo's not trying very hard. They just decided, yeah, you know what, I'll just take a day off, put the items like next to each other, whatever, call it a day.
Yeah, they won't notice. They'll just say it's variance or something.
Oh wow.
Near
All
synchronous. Yeah, near
synchronized.
synchronous plus the like Crudo card.
And now we're gonna have a triple GTG, maybe? No, double HBA first.
No, you'll have triple GTG because the A is going to be a problem for our other two runners.
Oh yeah, that's.
It's the joy of trying to talk about three people at once. Can RoskaTyrant with this like hook shot strat? I'm not sure if it's wrong. It's just interesting.
Definitely something I have not really seen outside of this race.
Yeah, it seems like when it fails bad. But when it works really good. Like, looks good when you get it right.
It's gonna be very interesting to see if bow lock checks have something, because that could be pretty bad for Kickemman and AlexanderHarrold here.
I mean, it already is bad for them with HPA getting abandoned.
Very true. They could luck out and find another strength, but...
Yeah,
Roska
one strength
getting
would
that
be needed
easy
for
one.
sure.
Roska getting that easy one, like, just on his way.
Mm-hmm. It's not even just because nuts are faster, it's because there's a reasonable method for getting yourself for fighting them without having to stun them at all.
There is a big chest at the top that's bow locked.
Oh man. Oh, this feels like RoskaTyrant must feel like the smartest person in the world for that fire dip.
Yeah, that fire dip has propelled them into a pretty big lead now.
It's pretty comfortable lead right now, and again, we still have a boomerang and a hammer to track down.
And a long shot, even. I mean, it could be Valley, but Valley Hammer rocks, we don't know.
Hammer is probably just in Goron City, right? We've got Goron City, Path of Volvagia, we've got a Strength, Hook,
Point
Tunic.
taken. Point taken, point taken.
Could be hovers.
Yeah, it could be others.
Yeah.
But point taken. The point being, it's not Destiny yet, because we are looking for a couple of items that are unique.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I agree. It's like Roska could, end up going to ice, and doing, excess checks. It's still anybody's race. It's
Yeah.
it's not too big of an advantage, especially if 1 hour in.
It's true. 1 hour in, though. Happy 1 hour, y'all. And again, I just think right now RoskaTyrant's lead is very, very large, and the Kickemman and Alexander need to figure out, get another bow, get another strength, or backtrack correctly, or have Song of Time required. Because there just isn't a lot of game. There's a lot of the game we won't be doing. And there's our magic. Beautiful.
That is something, if we do find FW somewhere along the way, that's gonna give Roska even more opportunity for time save.
That's true. Yeah, and well, again, thank you for our commentators. Thank you for our trackers. I think at least one of our trackers was pulling double duty. So, thank you again to all of the people working with us today. Our trackers, Skygaro, Skyrius, and Tumultuck. Thank you so much. We need your help. Thank you to our restreamer, Novelbase, for getting this turned around in such a short timeline. Thank you to our runners, Kickemman, RoskaTyrant, and Alexander HD. Hoping for a continued interesting race to keep talking about, and that they keep on putting on a great show. And thank you for letting us restream it. And finally, it's us, we're the commentators. So thank you, Ink, for sticking around for round 2, and thank you, Novelbase, for joining us.
Happy to be here.
Glad we could get this back-to-back restream working. It's a little bit of delay, but we got it. We got there.
Yeah, it's good seeing as much Zooter as we possibly can. Pardon me. Roska will be going Forest here. I don't think there's any... Yeah, you have the Forest kit. A Forest Temple takes 1 Forest Temple. Go. He also has done the front of Forest Temple, so technically a Forest Temple takes 1/2 of a Forest Temple. Hi, Tobias. We have a Path of the Hero. Roska already has it in his hands. You just can't tell because it's the same color as the background. I don't know what to expect here, but the distinction here is that there is a bow in the first chest in Fire Temple. RoskaTyrant has dipped. The other two have not, and I think this is not an insurmountable lead. It is a significant lead.
Yeah, especially with the magic and a strength from HBA being bow locked, and all the runners having gone to GTG.
It's
So
true.
the other two will have to come back.
Ooh, Alex is opening Wasteland. If this isn't a good song on the other side of Wasteland, he's wasting a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a logically magicless seed. I think either Alex realized that or he wanted to get the roll out. Yeah. Okay.
So I think the best case scenario for this song on AlexanderHarrold's side is this is Storms, and Hammer isn't well, and the Goron City Path is some others.
That's
not probably that. And
the best case scenario for him is this Prelude because he stays out of well.
That's true. I was thinking maybe
Burning Hack is behind fire.
Oh, my bad. I misread it.
Yes, his best case scenario here is this Prelude. He stays out of well.
Yeah, I misread. I misread the meds. My bad. I don't know. I brain fog there. I thought maybe fire was a light med, but yeah, no. There just can't be anything here really of use. But I don't know. It's really surprising to me. Or I guess the other best case scenario is he gets like a strength out or bow out of logic in Colossus Fairy.
That's true. But yes, if you would like to see this race remain tight, and you'd like to see AlexanderHarrold keep the gap as small as possible, you want this to be Prelude.
Is that a second key for Kickemman?
Mm-hmm.
So he can do even more of water.
He can do a fair amount of water.
The unfortunate thing is Kickemman is the one without Song of Time, I think.
That's true.
Kickemman has Song of Time. RoskaTyrant has Song of Time. Although I think...
Okay.
Can we have logical bombs in Child Spirit? No. Maybe. Maybe? Maybe.
Maybe.
No.
Water.
No, we
water,
can't.
Fire. Water, fire, jump.
We have a GTD path to. We have a Goron City path to Velagia. DC has path priority.
Yeah, that's true. Right.
We can have co-logical bombs in Child Spirit.
Okay. Good news out for AlexanderHarrold. It was Prelude, I think.
Hopefully he gets the message.
So this is extremely out of logic for AlexanderHarrold. Maybe he'll get paid off if he's lucky.
Yeah, we'll see if he gets lucky.
Nope.
I mean, I'd feel lucky if someone just gave me $20, but not lucky enough.
Maybe in real life. That would be pretty lucky. In game,
Ooh, also, just pointing out what Kickemman just did there, he started sliding off and shielded to stop sliding. That was really good. It was a really good recovery. So just shout out to the little things you're doing right. We're noticing them.
Yeah, he did some pretty good glitchless jumps in Ice too, so his mechanics have been pretty solid so far.
Oh man, I have been so bad on the glitchless jumps recently. I need to grind them, and turns out they're shinier things. Yeah, Tobias, the trick is that this seed, we know a ton of this seed is just not there. We cannot go there. All of Spirit, all of Shadow. I think all of Wasteland at this point, like all of the Colossus, like where AlexanderHarrold went, that was completely out of logic. This is a very Storms, I think also Storms could have a boomerang. Wild have boomerang, that's about it. There was just a shock. Well, cannot have a boomerang. The well is because of path polarization. We know that we don't go in the well. This city is so small.
Yeah. The jet alert is well, very much more than an alert at this point, I think.
Like, so I don't know if anyone has ever met anyone who does like build their own airplane. Because I have met someone who built their own airplane. This is kind of like that. It's just a kit for an airplane. All of the ingredients for a jet are here.
As long as you play it right.
As long,
because there are ways to play it wrong. Like,
also, RoskaTyrant opened the exact right chest to be able to do a nice quick DC.
Won't even have to go buy choose.
Heck, he doesn't have to find the bombs.
Yeah, he might even have a bombless seed entirely.
Yeah. The other, and this is the thing that is going to be even, make that gap even bigger. We flat out know because Roska is making really good progress here. They not only do our other two runners have to catch up, they have to gain an extra 8 minutes for the forest to get completion.
Yep, and you have to wonder, well, where do they make those 8 minutes up from? Can they make it up from execution? I don't know about 8 minutes. That's a lot for execution.
Particularly without Spirit and Shadow available for Spirit and Shadow, where you can get some very big execution gains.
You can maybe get some in fire.
Some in fire.
And some maybe in water too, if you're lucky. But it depends how much of fire you have to do and how much of water you have to do.
They need Roska to have to go on a hunt for the boomerang or the hammer. They need Roska to go on a wild goose chase.
Good news is...
Speaking of, Kickemman has gotten that bow.
Yep. So now he's gonna have to do some backtracking.
Yeah.
I imagine maybe he goes GTG immediately. Yeah, he's thinking what I'm thinking. He saw the big chest.
He saw the big chest.
So...
Hopefully he'll also do HBA and then he'll catch up. He'll be caught up.
In terms of items, yeah.
Oh! Are we seeing the same thing?
Yeah, it looks like AlexanderHarrold is going to do the same thing.
Yeah, pretty low on logical checks at this point.
Yeah, there just isn't much left.
I imagine you might still be worried, getting this bow when you did, because it's not even a 1v1, it's a 3-way race, so there's an even greater chance somebody like Roska got that bow, and it probably feels kind of bad.
Yeah, that's one where you have to just take a deep breath and go, okay. This was a really dumb location. I didn't go there. Maybe my opponent didn't, and if they did, I'll have to just try and catch up somewhere. I can't change that. The thing about zero racing is that you get to go in one direction, forward in time, 1 second per second. If you're going faster than that, the race master may have a word with you.
Sometimes you go back in time 7 years in a second.
That's true.
I think what AlexanderHarrold and Kickemman are probably gonna hope for is Roska decides to go to ice, looking for stuff.
Yeah, they
But
need
it's really only Rang that he could find there, and I guess Bombs if he wants them, but
Yeah. They're... Well, to be fair, there's been like nothing in this forest. I do wonder if we might see a castle dip after this, though. Go, just bomb shoot those eyes. And hop. And, oh, you still need Boomerang. Maybe Boomerang's on Lax. I don't know.
oh, there's a big no,
The
it's Musky.
yeah. God. I think if there was back in time in this game, my actual back in time in this game, my brain would probably break. I love that, and it hurts my brain so much.
Kickemman with a clean HBA.
That is beautiful, yeah. Give me at least a quarter of your power, dude.
Same. Yeah, one thing we can't fault Kickemman for, his mechanics have been pretty solid the entire seed.
He's been playing very sharp.
In terms of execution, I would say yes, absolutely.
Again, for a relatively new player, like, this is excellent execution. So you can see why he was able to qualify so well. But I think I prefer running glitchless with an asterisk, or minimal glitches. But I do love what glitches tell you about how the game works. Like, I like breaking open the game with glitches and see how it was put together. Yeah, we got some very serious tennis on this in the center there, but we're through.
Yep, that is our first medallion done. From any runner, 115.
Mm-hmm.
Fire
Just
arrows.
arrows. Well, that doesn't do anything.
Those are completely useless.
They look nice.
Yeah, they can speed up Forest Temple, Kappa.
Oh yeah.
But you could have really used them in that one room.
For Roska, he could pretty much just go Goron City.
Goron City.
Yeah, clear it out. If you get your hammer, you can go to fire after.
Honestly, I think Kickemman is like made up most. Kickemman has managed to route that pretty well and make up a good amount of time. I think he may be legitimately not too far behind that ice dip at this point.
Yeah, assuming Roska goes ice. If Roska goes ice, then
Well,
it doesn't go ice. Excuse me. Then that's gonna be still a really large time gap to recover from. But
yeah, I doubt we'll see Roska in ice immediately.
not immediately, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I could see it maybe, if he's, looking for Rang.
I'll link the Goron. Thank you for your service. How many skill tokens are we at there?
I think that said 11.
11, yeah.
Good number, good number. We can turn that in soon. That's the one problem with pushing skulls so early. You burn a lot of time per skull, and then you have better things to do than turn them in.
Yeah, typically you want to, like, pair it with something. You can maybe pair it with Cack Archery, but Roska already did that, so it makes it a little even more awkward. I guess maybe after DC.
I think we may actually be seeing the ice dip here.
Oh, did he
He's
didn't
not
get
going
anything?
towards the.
Adult
No,
ones?
he was just opening that to go as child. Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
Please don't do that. You still have the whole maze to look at.
This is one of the scenarios where I dislike having magic, although we're just gonna use bomb juice to get to the center.
He's not even peeking it.
Yeah, just going. And, well, the game paid out. That's not it.
Yep, don't.
Yeah, that's not it.
Well, at least there's something on the left side there you can jump it. Yeah, that's exactly, Salty Cracker, that's exactly what's going on. Yes, listen. Paradox letter is the least of our paradoxes here.
So, Alex is about to get his strength, which is good.
Yeah, then he'll probably, he'll go get his magic and then head back into forest. Again, Kickemman and Alex are just trailing right now.
One small thing in Alex's favor is he's going to be the only one who knows that the other hook shot or launch shot is not hook locked, but I think the seed is so condensed it's not going to be that big of an advantage.
Yeah, I think the odds of tripping and falling over it is non-zero.
Yeah, it looks like Childgoran City is where our hammer, or path item, I should say, because we don't know if it's hammer or hovers, is located.
Yeah,
Now,
bomb grenades, God, why not? They're not going to be our first bombs, but they're there. They can be there. I don't know. We're not going to get them.
Dancing Dad is behind AD, which is dead. Never doing it.
Which is behind magic, which is not. There's nothing behind magic. Path prioritization is beautiful. If RoskaTyrant is following this logic, he will not be doing.
Oh, so there is one thing I guess I would be worried about for him. So, do you remember what I said about him? He's coming back. His last season was season 4.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chance he might not know about the Path of the Hero stuff, because that didn't really exist
That's
back
very.
then.
I think many people did not know what Path of the Hero was before this particular season.
Yeah.
Really
So, I mean, I'm not gonna wish it on him. Obviously, that would be pretty rude. But
that is the one thing that could be problematic. Yes.
It could be if he doesn't understand the logic, it could be a problem. He could get, baited into shadow thinking Din's is the path for hammer or something like that.
Maybe he's just making up for not doing frog warp.
True.
Maybe he's just giving the fans what they want.
Or maybe he'll just pull bombs out of logic.
Maybe he would. Oh, it's a wallet. You almost, it looks so close.
It's so close. I mean, they're both bags,
Yeah, I thought it for a second until I saw that it was kind of squished. It was just like, do we have to tie Hank to a stake and burn him for being a witch?
I think that does confirm for us that we don't have. Well, obviously the Hook and Valley is Pathomorpha, but we saw the big chest on Hammer Chest, right? So I think that confirms that's not going to be a tunic for us, and that central pillar isn't anything that matters.
Yes. Well, that's nice. You don't have to do central pillar. Oh, pardon me.
Is AlexanderHarrold doing slam chess?
Buying shoes, probably.
Buying shoes is a pretty good thing to do here, honestly.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if we're gonna see an actual bomb bag this seed.
Yeah, it could be somewhere stupid like deep water.
Although with the our revelation that we can't be required to go into Central Pillar, that might not even be possible anymore.
True. Very true.
Shadowthorn City is definitely a good place to be headed. I think there might be something more direct, something that is more legal than the Din's Fire available here.
For sure. It's gonna be either hovers or hover. Because we already have, you know, 4 on tuning wallets, we have pretty much everything else. Can't be bombs here.
Well, Rain has to lock the lights.
More choose.
It can be bombs, but it can be bomb choose. Oh no. I think RoskaTyrant may not know a trick. That's unfortunate.
Wasn't the pot with strength in Logic back in the Boomer days, though?
It was. Also, the trick with the bomb shoes is pretty consistent.
Yeah, that's what I always do. If
Yeah,
I can.
I don't do the strength pot. I do that, but
there's a decently consistent setup for with strength, though.
Yeah. With strength, there's a very good setup. With hot water, it's a little like the timing is much more difficult for me, at least.
This is actually very bad because the Din's Fire is looming large in my brain right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, he can't do more than the 2 checks. But
the worst case scenario is we've got like first 2 check hover boots. Okay, we're good. Not going in. Good.
So now the worst case scenario is hover boots on 10.
I mean, AlexanderHarrold and Kickemman need to make up time here, and this is kind of helping.
Yeah, the Din's was in Goron City, Path to Lavagia. It can't be it. It's probably in that pot that he had to stick. That's bad.
Yeah, seriously. We say this because, while, you know, we know that it can't be Din's, there's a chance he doesn't. We don't know about his...
Okay, bad boring. We can...
Should keep him away from Shadow for a while.
Yeah, he'll stay out of Shadow at least. Very least, he'll stay out of Shadow. That's good. I would have liked to see him go for DC with just clearing DC there.
Yeah,
he has tools to re-choose.
Yeah, that's about as close as you're gonna get this seed.
Then you'd also be able to go back adult after doing Jabu possibly with the light arrows. It would be deeply funny if it's bombs and Jabu.
I mean, there's nothing stopping it from being that.
Yeah, because the Bane path could just be bombs. Honestly, that'd be very good for RoskaTyrant because it is a little bit sketchy not knowing that he's left behind what is likely the path item in favor of an item that could be very, very, very bad bait. If there had nothing there, I would have felt a lot better.
Ooh, Kickemman.
Ooh! Got away, but excellent attempt there. That was... I am astonished and... I don't even know like what the correct word is, like, heartened maybe? To see people going for this, like this becoming a trick people go for more and more often. Because I think when I started, like, only a handful of people even attempted it, and it was widely considered not even worth the time, but it does save time if you can hit it.
Yeah, for sure. It saves a good amount, depending on, you know, how good your PG is normally. Like if you get, you know, if your sword slashes like miss the return on tennis, it can really cost you more time. Whereas, you know, 0 cycles like that, it's all possibility of that.
Oh yeah, quick reference here while we're talking, you know how we've been talking at RoskaTyrant's Stalfos fight being looking weird? The thing that AlexanderHarrold just did is what we normally expect. That's like the typical shielded strategy.
If you want to see shieldless strats, just watch HoloLogic play TFB.
I will give HoloLogic this. In TFB, doing early Forest Temple without shield is actually a good strategy sometimes.
I agree, and I can't judge too hard because several seeds ago I ended up having to do GTG Stalfos with no shield, and that was my own fault.
Yep. Listen, if you're going to do shieldless, know how to do your shieldless, but like, if you're playing a full seed, just route it in. Triforce Blitz is different because you're not trying to actually complete things. You're trying to find the three places you need to get to as fast as possible, which is a slightly different goal.
Ooh, just missing the swipe shot from AlexanderHarrold.
Yeah. I love how fake that switch is. Like, that switch... You just need to melt the ice. You don't need to hit it, you just need to melt the ice.
Indeed. It's a lot easier with hovers, to be honest.
Yeah, most things. Honestly, hovers make so many things easier in so many dungeons.
It really does.
It's a joy getting to use them everywhere.
It's hard to believe the vanilla game wants you to do Fire Temple without hovers.
Yeah. Just eagerly awaiting seeing these additional checks here. Well, that's nothing. Please tell me it's not Baronade. That would be terrible and awful and wonderful.
Oh, you know what would be even more crazy? Oh, never mind. I was thinking... Yeah, never mind. I just realized, again, wrong med. If it was like Storm's completion, that would be pretty gross, but it's impossible.
Yeah, it's unfortunately we've got some pretty tight constraints on this seed. So our theory crafting is a little bit impeded.
It is bomb bag.
It's bomb bag! Thank you, game. That is a fact. Vanilla light arrows. Shown to me.
It kind of opens a casino-esque situation potentially for lights, because there's actually a decent amount of places where the lights can be.
Honestly, there aren't, though. We've checked so many of them out of logic already.
That's true. I was mainly thinking, like, fire.
Yeah, fire, Ganons open up.
Fire.
Oh, not cannons, because we need to have access there.
Can't go into fire
yeah,
yet.
you're right.
Fire with my hammer. We have no keys in there at this point.
I mean,
going.
wait, our path was to...
This path was a Bane.
We got a Volvagia path, so yeah, it can't be fire, I think.
It's
Correct me
not
if I'm
fire.
wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not
so-
One City.
Yeah, so it pretty much just has to be like, what,
Shoe bowling,
castle?
Wax.
Yeah, castle, shoe bowling, lax.
Deeper in CTG. Behind the straight block.
Yeah.
I also feel like this is a good feeling for RoskaTyrant seeing those, because now Bomb Pot should be, he's like, pause at Bomb Pot should be, you should go back for that, and maybe that's just our hammer.
For his sake, I hope he does. Otherwise, he might be in a big
That would be
situation.
the thing you would need this Kickemman or Alex HD to catch up.
Yeah.
I don't know how deep in fire it can be. It can be. It can't be. It can't be in fire at all.
Yeah, we're hammer locked out of fires, and we know.
You know,
Well, I guess if it's
unless
hovers.
unless it's hover boots. Tektite is a really good one. If we, I don't know if we peaked it.
I think we have, and it was nothing.
We always have to think about that.
I believe AlexanderHarrold peaked it.
Yeah. Since we are running very low on checks, so like Casino-esque, like yeah, there might not be a direct hint, but we worked through so much of the world logically. Like our logical locations are minimal at best.
Okay, Kickemman getting the rank now.
Yes, so Kickemman is actually not doing too bad for himself here. Like he's a part of a Jabu behind. Like he's a Jabu behind basically at this point. Putting himself quite well.
We might see Kickemman do DC here. No, not with 2 Jews. Never mind.
No, 2 choose. You need at least 3. You need at least 3. You
Yeah.
need
Checked trail at all yet?
I do not believe
Okay, let's
so.
move it.
Okay.
That would be a good reason. Yeah, the TCG gave a big amount of time back. Yeah, just knowing what not to do in this seed is so powerful. Yeah, this feels a little bad. I guess the one saving grace could be, yep. The one saving grace could be if there is a out logic bomb bag in above King Dodongo or in the wall or up there. Oh, he does left side. Nice.
The best side.
Last time I tried learning left side, it was still when I was like not quite as confident with my movement, so I locked down the right side and then just never went back because turns out I don't have time to practice as much as I would like.
AlexanderHarrold going back into water. Or actually, this is his first time in water, excuse me.
Okay, dipping water, that's fine. Heck yeah, box skip skip. Not time for my favorite boss. Unironically, this is a really fun boss when you get it right. It feels so good.
It feels so
He
bad
did
when you get it
her
wrong.
full fail, yes. Oh yeah, when you get it wrong, it's disastrous, yes.
AlexanderHarrold pushing the strength block in second floor, interestingly enough.
Hmm.
Didn't quite say we peaked it, but feels like you wouldn't push it without a peek.
Yeah, Skyrius, I am fair to moderate sure that he will realize that about the time he goes to open ground for open KT. And the second part is that, like, he'd be able to just finish the thing if he did Jabu first. But I also do like, you know, like holding out for light arrows. Like, that does feel good. But I don't know. Deep breaths here, Kickemman. Feels so bad when you keep failing a trick. Like, I almost want him to just give up on this. So he doesn't have the double tilt of realizing that he can't even finish the dungeon.
We got the eyes open at least.
He did. That is the thing that happened. You know, it could be bombs of KT. It's allowed. The one time you can have one of the bombs or bow in a foolish location is if it is directly hinted path elsewhere. I mean, odds of that happening, low. But it'd be funny.
At least go in.
You gotta check, man. You've already come this far. Aww, I wanted it too, don't worry.
And the realization kicks in.
Just save and quit, friendo. You'll have to go back. Alright, so RoskaTyrant looks like he is heading back towards Goron City, so he'll be doing Bomb Pod. I just hate to see that, though. Well, actually, Alex will be showing us something important here. Will RoskaTyrant have to go back to, Ice Cavern?
I think it would be very good for AlexanderHarrold and Kickemman if he does, but it's still not as much time because he would know, oh, I only need to get this on.
Yeah. Also, SFM drawing has been checked. It wasn't anything interesting. I guess one of the small, like, joys of commentary is that you can, like, get to, like, work out what's going on, have all the fun of the puzzle, while not actually having to execute or feel stressed out about it.
Plus, you can let your mind go to the worst possible logical nightmares, and you're still not the one playing it.
It's true. Like, I actually have the time to sit back, relax, and come up with all the logical things that still work. Instead of having to think about, crap, if I actually... How do I do this again?
K-Sword.
Fury Sword. Okay, game.
That's alright.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, Deku has a ton of items in it. And this is a great place to get it, because now you can just go into Deku Tree. I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. We know that our lights aren't there. I think it's Hammer hovers. Okay, so where are the lights? Are they just done shoe bowling?
Kind of feels like they have to be.
I think that's the only place they can be right now, right?
The Castle Fairy can be, I think, right?
Oh, no,
Or
let's
did
check.
we see it?
I think we've seen that, but also wouldn't put it past me. Put it past that. Yeah. It's hammer or hovers. Let's hope for hammer. I don't want to have to go on a hovers. Hunt for hammer.
Wait, one more thing. Oh, there's one way maybe to get water. Because the bomb lock check had a key.
The bottom, the what check, Kiki?
The bomb lock check and water had a key.
Yeah. Long
shot.
Put that back. Actually, no, we
there's
need
a
that.
big test of water.
We do need that. What's this?
Hey,
Hammer Man!
Oh, and that's Song of Time.
Now things got interesting.
Okay, now this is interesting.
Okay, so
this
we're
is
in glow no mode? Glow mode also no mode?
Wait, so this is actually pretty bad for Roska.
He's gonna have to. Oh yeah, that's not great. That's
He's
not
doing-
great at all, honestly.
Yeah, he's gonna be doing a whole deco extra compared to AlexanderHarrold at least.
But Deku Extra isn't the problem. Is he's gonna
It's a Song of Time too.
finish water. I mean, to be fair, I think the next thing you would do after water would have to be going into ice.
I think the other thing I could potentially be worried about for him is, like I said, if he does like fine hovers in here, he might get baited, but
Yeah, it is hovers in here then.
unless could shoot the son of hovers? Is that
No, it's the
possible?
long shot. It's the long shot.
Oh, there's another big chest.
You need the long shot to go into water to go into the back of water.
Oh yeah, that works. Okay,
But
Mirror Shield, that is
you don't need that.
okay.
Although props on the color choice. It's nice. The kind of like toothpastey green blue color. It's a good one.
Also like Alexander's palette swap on the health and the magic.
Oh yeah, that is a nice choice. Like, yeah, K-Sword to long shot to water key logic seemed right. Now, that actually would be helpful for Araska. That would narrow things down quite a bit for him.
It would, yeah. Luckily, like for AlexanderHarrold and Kickemman, he still will have to do ice, so he'll get some time back.
He also has the 20 skulls for nothing. Nothing can be on that. Enjoy bow number 2.
The other bow.
And there's the
That was
Monda
the-
Kickemman. That's extremely interesting, though. Like, Kickemman has a real chance to catch up here.
Yeah, I would say AlexanderHarrold as well. Like they have interesting chances to catch up now.
Yeah, Kickemman just happens to be like a little further along the correct path. He's got the bombs in hand. He's got the boomerang.
Yeah,
I don't know
AlexanderHarrold.
how it has, but yeah, he'll have to think about that.
AlexanderHarrold has to find a way to turn in 10, like route in 10.
Mm-hmm.
If he does that, then he'll be in a very good spot, I think.
Yes.
But it's a matter of when you do it, right?
There's
Yeah.
also a chance Alex could get baited into climbing fire, which would be bad.
Yeah, that's one thing. If you're climbing fire and you keep going,
Oh, there's a chance he could get baited by well.
although I don't think it would be that big of a. Well, it could lead you to the long shot, but it would depend on your water key logic. Understand me? People thought spirit key logic was all there was. Water key logic is its own thing. It's way simpler. But you have to pay attention to it.
Last seed, we had a magic path for fire key logic. Magic for hook for fire key logic. So even that can be its own thing. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So two tiebreakers, 2 seeds in a row where we get paths for
Weird.
key logic.
Speaking of, shoutouts to the devs for giving me the key counts, so I don't have to rely on my terrible memory to do key logic.
Okay, so that was all of Deku done for Roska. They're going to be heading to
This
Adult
is
now.
water.
This is a water play, yeah. And they're gonna get the bad news that it's Song of Time locked.
Again, I'm just gonna very gently like shake him and be like, "You need to do DC, please. Don't be like this, me. Don't forget that Lax exists."
He didn't do chew bowling while he was
Didn't.
in market
No, that's
either.
an issue. Dude, bro, you need that. You know what? Maybe you'll just trip and fall over something. I don't know. Where are you going?
Ice first? Maybe?
Ice?
Interesting.
That would be an interesting decision. That would be a decision of like... Huh. If he did indeed do ice first, that'd be a very interesting decision, because I think I would probably be more inclined to investigate my long shot.
Is he maybe presuming that, like, it's just, the path is just for hovers or something? Could be?
Maybe.
Maybe he thinks it's just a giant bait path of some kind?
Maybe. Again, I think there's a non-zero chance that Lax is vanilla. Yeah, you don't have time or
actually
swamp,
really
but you have... You potentially have water finishable, and you could probably... And you have indication that you need a long shot to finish a...
To complete the fire
This is
path.
okay, this is one check here that you would need some time for in water. So you have a 50-50 song shot for one check in an area that could have multiple things locked behind long shot.
You even have, I believe Shoot the Sun wasn't hinted too. It could just be Shoot the Sun.
Yeah. I mean, this feels incorrect, but it's going to work.
He doesn't know it, but it is gonna work, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, there are reasons you'd go to ice first. It doesn't feel like it follows conventional wisdom. Like, conventional wisdom would be finish your dungeon, so you can finish your dungeon before you commit to going to an entire other dungeon that takes like 10 minutes to get there and finish. That's a nice little turnaround there with Kickemman. That was very good.
Alright, how deep are we going in fire?
Looks
Already
like
pretty deep.
so far. Sadly, we don't get to see anyone show off Pixel Shot. I can say that because my shaky hands don't have to do it today. During one of my practice seeds, I was just going like, oh man, my hands are shaking so much today, I can't figure out what's going on. And then I got up and I realized that my furnace had stopped working.
Oh.
We fixed it, but that was a moment.
The late fire bossy is going to mean Alexander's going to be able to have 20 skulls when he's done with fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I don't like going up to Pierre, but the 2 skulls are a nice prize.
That's gonna be good for him because it might push him to just turn in his skulls immediately.
Oh, and there is the boss key on Pierre. Oh, Kickemman is showing us Bombchi Bowling. Is this in fact it? Actually, Kickemman...
There they
Yeah.
are.
It's light arrow! Well, RoskaTyrant's now gonna have to remember that that's a bomb lock check. Oof, that sucks.
Yeah, they're gonna have to age change just to get those lights, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. Thankfully, the age change cutscene is not that bad anymore. But
Yeah.
the more point, he walked right past it, so he's going to be doing extra checks in places.
Yeah, but the only downside is that you don't have time for drinking water during the age change cutscene anymore.
You're right. You're right. It's not as good for stretching.
Oh, is Alexander Harold? Alexander Harold is keeping on going on here.
Well, that's wasted time. Because we
Or
already
is he
know.
just opening?
Okay, just
Is he
a
just
short-
opening it up?
Oh, just opening his head. Okay.
No.
No? Yes? No? Make up your mind, man.
Yeah, so wasted time here.
Yeah, that is time that does not strictly have to be spent, and we know that. Yeah, Kickemman, I like, that's okay checking bump. Kickemman did not go to Goron City.
Maybe he doesn't have the path.
Might not have the path. I don't remember where it was. I thought it was in like the crater grotto?
Yeah, DMC grotto is what we got on the note sheet.
Yeah, thank you, note sheet, for doing what I can.
Ah, did he not do Crater Loop? I would be very surprised if he hasn't yet. Maybe not, because it's one check. Oh yeah, maybe he didn't.
Yeah, maybe he
Is
just
it-
jumped into fire. I don't know.
Yeah, because like, okay, if you like peek, you know, the Kano, and you peek, you know, the alcove, then you're just leaving one check, and it feels a little bit bad to, you know, have to
Yeah.
do.
There's
So
a
maybe
good
to do
hint
it.
on there, though. And that's like of course, that's the operative thing. Speaking of, he's getting a hint here, just not a useful one right now, considering he has the item. Huh. You suppose we're gonna see Alex Harold go back to Drew Valley?
Alexander Harold has. Oh yeah, he might, huh?
Yeah, there's a big chest in Valley.
He might be thinking long shots there.
Could be legal for a for a second bomb bag. Yeah, it's fair that this is one of the differentiators when you have an early 5 chew pack. Where do you spend them? That can really make a difference.
Okay, Ross, you gonna pick up his summertime?
Yep. So Roscoe's gonna have a pretty good setup into water, into fire. Just needs to remember the existence of bounty bowling, and he's in good shape, but that is scary. Is it faster? I think it probably is. Unless you're trying to change time of day. Minimal, if anything, though. Alright, Kickemman's gonna go back for round 2 with Nago's Cavern. Well, they're just walking out. Pretty fast backwalk from the second castle hint back to the entrance.
Roska, you don't have Froze Wind. Or is he getting a fairy? Must be getting a fairy.
He's pretty hurt. He might be getting a fairy.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Not drowning. We approve.
Okay, Kickemman finally gonna beat DC.
Good. Go back for revenge.
I mean, if he really hasn't done the Crater Rocks, that could be a big problem for him. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have that much left anyways, is the thing.
Yeah, it's just inconvenient for him since he just left child.
right?
Hmm.
Both down for AlexanderHarrold.
Yeah, and now Alex is gonna be headed into. I think he'd possibly be heading to well. Also, Kickemman, that was really funny. Just like falling flat on his back because he ends up in the bomb recoil animation. It's pretty good. Okay, yeah, bombs do lock hammer.
There's a chance if AlexanderHarrold is lucky that he just goes for 20 because he's decided, yeah, I made my way up for 20.
Yeah,
I might as well take it in.
that would be
gonna-
very cool. Also, that's probably something I do want to ask Roska about, like the decision to go ice.
Yeah, it was a very interesting choice.
Like, even just like, what were you thinking, like after you finished Jabu? And after you finished Deku, and you got the long shot. Like, it seems like an odd, just intuitive, and it like definitely helped him out. I can definitely see, like, you know, where at this point in the seed, like, feeling kind of shaky and being like, I don't want to miss anything. Roska is doing Darkling first. Okay, actually, I like this. This is something where not a lot of people actually know this. I think because I've never actually publicized it because I'm tired all the time. But I did the math on this, and I think that it is actually probabilistically preferred to do Darkling first if you are looking for items in water.
Oh, AlexanderHarrold getting the Goron State of Bold for the first time.
Yep. You'll
So
probably see him go
that-
back there.
That's at least gonna push him in that direction, probably before well, I imagine.
Potentially. He might just dismiss that as hover boots. Is that right?
He might, yeah, and that could also bite him very hard.
Mhm.
This also, I think he has maybe like 7 bomb chews. That might be enough for him to go ahead and do DC, which would spit him right out in CAC as well.
Yes, that might also push him to the 10. Or the turn in for 10, excuse me.
Mhm. What are we doing over here, Kickemman? Oh, he has not done... Okay, that's fair. It's like, why are we going to the grotto that only matters in entrance rando? Okay. So, if you're tracking your logic here as Roska, you have worked your way down to a tiny, tiny amount of the seed that can be... these layers can be in.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I believe that... Well, no, wrong. That's contradictory. Unfortunately, it does involve the age change, which is going to be kind of annoying. There's the
hammer for
hammer.
Roska.
It's like, so that's the other logic. It must have worked out that this has to be a key. Nope, not key.
So that means, okay, so Central Pillar has to be an item too, right?
Yes, Central Pillar would have to be an item.
Okay, so then
Required. So I think
BK is vanilla? Is that correct?
that has to be true. So it's just going to be a very long water for everyone.
Yeah, having to get 4 keys kind of sucks. Oh, Kickemman is going into IGC. Yeah, because he doesn't have any like information on where
What's this?
Hammer can
This is
be.
not anything important. Could be a strength upgrade. Oh,
Zora Tunic.
okay. Wait.
Yeah, we have 2 wallets.
Yes, but one of them was
Magic locked.
magic locked.
Ah, but that one
It
wasn't.
can be a
Huh?
key. It can be a key in Central Pillar.
Okay, yeah, then yeah. Oh wait, okay, can. Wait, does that also mean it can be boss key?
Yes,
I see. So
it can be a key in Central Pillar. Well, Kickemman, thank you for the insight. I know you wanted more than insight. I know you wanted progression, but you got insight.
sometimes that's worth more than progression.
No, it isn't.
But
Listen, I have all of the insight in the world. And you know what beats me every time? No thoughts, head empty, get progression.
well, in this case, obviously, I was gonna say it doesn't help him. Not in the slightest, but
Did we have any like water? Anything hinted about water? I don't think we did.
I don't think so. No.
No.
Yeah, I do love the Dark Link first though, because that route is actually really cool. Like that's actually a really valid route. The only thing that can make it better is if you have Shrore's Wind to set up the map chest.
Oh, there's our boss key.
Okay,
Nice.
cool. Yeah, so as far as RoskaTyrant knows, this is all behind bombs. Or parts of it are behind bombs with the potential for needing the central pillar tunics.
Back into water for Kickemman.
Kickemman is going to be snagging that hammer here. I'm pretty sure. I don't see a reason to leave before clearing out everything we possibly can.
Oh, good news for AlexanderHarrold. So yeah, because the EBDC got spit back into CAC, he's gonna now turn in 10 and 20. He's gonna
That's
get the
great
rank.
for him, yeah.
That's very good for him.
Yeah, because you do hard need that bomb bag today. Yeah, Roska needs to hit bowling for Gomo. Kickemman needs to go to Goron City. Child Goron City. Alex needs to go to Child Goron City. And yeah, Alex also needs to be bowling. Did RoskaTyrant just do all that so he wouldn't have to do the long shot climb? That's reasonable, I guess. I sometimes do that if I'm feeling, like, shaky. So there's your boomerang. What thing do we not need over here? It's a bottle! Light arrows are in fact on shoe bowling. They are the most bomb-locked of bomb-locked things. Shoe bowling 2.
Is this Sunscrape for AlexanderHarrold? Yeah. Yeah, he might be thinking, it just hovers in Goron City or whatever path to Goron City, and might ignore it, which could be disaster.
Yeah, that'd be very bad, to say the least. What else though? Pardon me. I just had someone my partner check in and be like, "Do you want to get pizza?" And I'm like, "Yes, I would just like to get pizza. Thank you."
Where is AlexanderHarrold going with this Eponas?
Maybe the Valley big chest hammerlock.
It's true. The big hammerlock big chest would be a very good place to go.
Yep, that makes sense.
I mean, hey, that could be a bum bag. And I can see why they just like go clean up that one little thing before going to Child.
Yeah, it absolutely makes sense.
All right, we're shooting the sun. We are shooting the sun, and we are getting
Hover
what is
boots?
that? It's the hover boots. No. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
It's the hover boots.
And wait, that could be really bad bait.
Are you keeping track of the magic?
Okay, going to
thankful
fire
there.
first.
Well,
Nice.
it makes sense to just go straight into fire. Also, that clears up anything about like climbing fire. That's good. Also, late cold pizza is tragic. I'm sorry.
That is indeed a tragedy. In fact, it's not even a tragedy. It should be considered a war crime.
Another bow.
Honestly. The only saving grace is the fact that ovens do help with that occasionally. Although actually what's even better for warming up pizza is just doing it in a pan on the stove and covering it. The crispy bottom is nice.
AlexanderHarrold doing wasteland chest, it looks like.
Yeah, that's about the only thing I got left over here.
I mean, I guess
to not track the importance of the magic, so I guess.
All the runners should have the path of the heroes as an SFM.
Both were in SFM, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just went a little too much. Alright, there's our hammer for Kickemman.
Yeah. Again, like this is showing off like why all of it was. It's so hard to determine how a seed's gonna go because everyone's just missing a little bit. Whether it's because of having a brain glitch about the existence of a check while you walk past it, who has not done that? If I said I hadn't done that, I'd be lying. Or you're just missing out a key piece of information. It is in fact a hero path, see it, Inko. Our magic is hero. Also, shoutouts to that bow in the first chest in fire being the only logically accessible bow.
Yep. All the other bows were blocked.
All of the bows behind the hammer was fine, though. Child Goron City versus Chew Bowling. Well, again, if we're tracking our hints, what do our runners have left?
Is this Shadow Dip for AlexanderHarrold?
Shadow Dip for Harold. What do our runners actually have left if we're tracking their hints? Yeah, do fire the crater hints after. Wouldn't be bad. Like finish tracking crater. That would be good for Kickemman. Kickemman? We should ask. And now we are in Shadow Temple, which we know has nothing of relevance. It could have a bomb bag. Maybe?
The good thing for Alex is
Yeah.
the hover boots are launch shot locked, and so
Yeah. So he will have to go through that. It's true. Yeah, Alex does not seem to have clocked the hero path.
Yeah, I would be worried for Roska. Maybe they get baited by Shadow if they don't also.
If they don't clock it, they will have problems.
They'll have a big problems.
Yeah. I don't know if they've clocked it or not, is the honest answer.
I mean, yeah, because like, you know, we can't tell TCG, like, you know, maybe you just like autopilot and do it, something like
yeah,
that.
that's exactly
It doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you whether they clocked it or not.
Skipping out on all of Wasteland and Crossing, that's a little more... It's more easier to tell positively than negatively, let's put it that way. More
For
like
sure.
what they do than what they don't do. Shadow is not formally hinted dead. We just know there's nothing relevant here. Because we are able to use inductive reasoning. I got an A in formal logic. It was not very difficult A. I was also a mathematics major.
Mathematics? You're a mathematics major? I thought you were
I was a physics
major.
math double.
Physics
math
not double. Okay, that makes more sense.
What I learned with my math degree was that I don't like doing math. I don't like doing proofs. Just let me, like, do something useful with my math.
I feel like no math. I feel like I haven't met a math major who likes doing math.
Oh, I've
Maybe I'm
met plenty. I've met plenty. They're weirdos. They're nice weirdos, but they're weirdos. Yeah, this is actually turning into a very interesting run.
It's going to be.
Information asymmetry.
It's going to come down to, does Roska understand the logic, and does AlexanderHarrold? Well, I think he's gonna do Deku no matter what, to be honest. Because like he doesn't have any good options left after Job, really. I think maybe Chu Bowling's the biggest worry for him. And for Kickemman, I think actually Kickemman is in like a position where he can't get baited that much. I mean, he's already been baited by IGC maybe, but that's not the worst.
In terms of the route from here, Alex isn't in a too bad a position either if he remembers Bomb Shoe Bowling, but I do worry there's just too much time to make up for Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
As long as he remembers Chu Bowling, he's in an okay position. Like, you know, to not get baited or like take any like huge bait or anything like that, which could save him. We don't know. It's going to come down to what Roska does after Fire and DC.
Absolutely. One more.
And yeah, if you're just playing for density or even following bombs but not clocking the path of the hero, you go into Shadow, I feel like chances are somewhat high that you might pull a strength in there and you get baited to go back to GTG or Spirit Temple or something too.
Yep. And that could spell disaster because like AlexanderHarrold, he doesn't have any like, you know, he doesn't have many ways to get baited. I would say Kickemman as well. Like Kickemman's already, you know, taken his IGC bait. It's not even a bad place to get baited into. It's pretty quick. It's like 3-4 minutes. Whereas Shadow's like, you know, over 10 minutes. And AlexanderHarrold is in like long shot go mode. Or well, actually no, he could get baited by like the lights too. That's
Yeah.
possible.
He can.
That's really the problem. I think the person who like can get baited at least, like I said, was Kickemman, because he's probably just going to do Crater Loop, find the Goron City Path, and be like, aha. And he's also in long shot mode, so he can't get baited by Shadow or Spirit or anything like that.
Yeah, the two flanking runners are going to get long shot before they get hover builds. Yeah. Again, the only thing that makes us worried about Roska right now is the fact that he did Treasure Chest minigame. However, like doing one check that isn't technically in logic and then making no other real missteps since shouldn't really tell us anything.
Yeah. So, at the moment, okay, well, Roska is doing actually all of fire, by the way.
Oh, Roska missed Pier. Well, maybe he doesn't have Pier set. Or he's like me and just hates Pier and just is hoping against hope he doesn't have to. It's not a good strategy. It's not a good route. Don't do it.
Even if he didn't set Pier, he does still have long shot. I don't know if
Yeah.
Roska knows pixel shot or not. I would probably, if I didn't, but I was in this situation, I would look it up.
Oh, you would have a very difficult time with it, trust me. Pixel shot is... One, you need to get the foot position right, and then from there, it actually is just like a long battle of not gaslighting yourself out of the fact that you are actually near the correct position. It just is very, very precise.
Yeah. I think it's something you could do in look up in a race. I'm not the fastest. I'm not the fastest at it, but I mean, I have looked it up in a race.
If that's a way to tilt yourself.
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, because, well, it is bomb lock. Well, yeah, but it can't be in here because of Path Cryo. If he understands it.
Time,
So.
Roska, you need to use the Song of Time to get out.
So you're gonna try.
He realizes Miss Pierre, but he doesn't know how to leave. He's gonna have to climb.
He's climbing back. All right, that's
more
time.
That's the worst.
Or is he gonna try going back?
Yeah, there's a Song of Time here. If you hit the Song of Time block, you can get up. There you go.
Yeah, he's realized it. Okay, so not as bad.
Not as bad.
And now another question: does Kickemman keep going? Because he doesn't have much left.
Honestly, not the worst idea. Although if he's counting his keys in water, he might know that he can't have anything up here. Again, how internalizes your water key logic is something I don't know about these runners. Oh, wow, that's a beautiful box skip. Beautiful.
10 out of 10, no notes.
Yeah, that's how you execute box skip. My feelings about Pixel Shot is that if you don't have it down, and you think you're going to be in Fire Temple, take the moment and be cognizant of the fact that you may need that you should try and route in your Scarecrow. It will save you time in the long run. And actually, honestly, this is just like a general piece of advice for like starting to get into Zooter or get into like any sort of game. It isn't a good idea to do a route that's going to have you do a trick you're going to fail. That's going to hinge on a trick you're going to fail. Just, if you are really not confident in your River Witless jumps as adult. Early River may not be a very fast route for you. And that's okay. You will have, say, more time in the long run if you just work with your limitations while you're building up.
And sort of the corollary to that, when you're practicing tricks, choose tricks that either A, you're going to have to do almost every seed, like your boss fights, or very extremely common routes, or things that open up new routes.
Yeah. Open up new options for you, exactly.
Yeah, let's kick
that was definitely one of the reasons I ground those river jumps out.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously the first ones you probably want to learn are things that you will be able to avoid AD with them, such as,
Midas skip.
for example, Midas skip, reverse wasteland, forward wasteland, potentially, things like that.
Yeah, Kick's a little long, so those are the GC path, and I don't know how many keys he's seen in water. So I don't know what he'd be thinking about. I don't know what his thoughts would be about where that could be. Like I don't know if he has any idea if that the long shot locks his hammer.
Yeah, he might not know. Either way, I think it's likely, you know, he goes and pairs Crater Fairy with the Crater Grotto.
Oh, that just made me think of something. He wanted to see the keys in Top of Fire. That's actually a really important statement. You don't know if Hover's Boots are required or not. So that's giving you idea. That's 2 more checks to see if you're going to get baited by something.
Oh, Roska taking a fall to fall.
Rip to that.
There's something in Kakiri Storms. And it's another slingshot. Alright, well.
Slingshot number 37, marvelous.
Yeah, you know, we always need more slingshots.
Holding hands with Wabagia now.
Kickemman's made up a lot of time based on execution here.
Good decision making, good execution. He got things in a good order, and he does have his light arrows, which is huge.
I think the only like downside for time for Kickemman was just that he did IGC, but I'm pretty sure from his point of view, the long shot, because he did this before he even did water. I think the long shot could have just been IGC for him. So.
Well, Harold has watered his way into Chaguan City.
Yep, he's gonna get a case sword. Probably. I mean, he'll get his long shot. I'm interested to see if he'll keep going in Deku if he's blocked the Path Cryo aspect. That Light's gonna be in there.
I think Lights could be in there, right? No, wait, no, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll explain it to chat. The reason we say, like, Lights can't be behind this check, you know, Deku or Fire, is because it's Path to Volvagia, and Volvagia is not rich.
I mean, so one thing, Starius, in terms of the hook shot and path priority, if you've got water dally, oh wait, never mind, you're good. Yeah, Force is our bridge medallion, so getting a hook path to Morpha should mean the other one is not hook locked. Otherwise, you would get one to
that's
Force.
That's the other.
And also, to be fair to Kickemman, I think at that point he was also missing Hammer.
Yes.
Which had nothing, which we have no information about with that hint.
Yeah, he had no hint info on it.
Yeah, Alex is getting towards Deku.
Did Kickemman do
Hints now.
Oh, well, I mean, he doesn't have much left anyways.
Left. And he's safe quitting, which is promising.
And there's Volt finally down for Roska. He's gonna head up to DC now.
I have one more medallion, and then he needs to remember that the light arrows. There was a bomb lock check that he has walked past.
Oh, Kickemman does have storms though.
Yeah. Well,
No,
could, but I don't. I think he might have already clocked what he needs to be doing.
Are you sure?
I think that's a well play.
Or not. I believed in you.
Okay, well that's kind of bad. That's long shot for AlexanderHarrold. He's gonna he's gonna keep going. So I think he maybe hasn't clocked that the lights have to be that lights can't be in here.
Yeah. To be fair, I think that long shot is kind of just a little weird until you start piecing together, like back piecing together the fact that long shot locked your hammer.
Yeah, to be fair, it is like one of those things where it's very hard to piece it together when you're playing the seed. You have so many things to think about.
Oh yeah, and you're in a stressful situation. This may be something that, like, reminder, I literally wrote the document on how these path hints work. I might have a slight advantage.
And then the other thing is, even if you do piece together the logic, which, given you have to execute during the race, how confident are you skipping these Deku checks, knowing that if you're wrong, you are never getting these, and you just lose?
Yeah, do you trust yourself? Are you sure you trust yourself? Because honestly, by the end of the seed, you kind of don't.
Alex did get the hint. He got it, actually pretty shortly before coming here. Like,
Yeah, I do agree that it is not unreasonable for Kickemman to go to Childborn City out of this. Take the path, like, walk up... Oh, no, wait a minute. You would want to go up DMT. Foolish. Well, your other storms checks are over that way anyway.
pair with like Kakiri. You could justify pairing it with like Kakiri Storms.
Kakiri Storms, or like potentially just nip down river for frogs. Yeah.
There's another bomb bag.
Next 2 hours looking. I mean, we should be done before. I think we'll be done. I think I might like. Turns out the pizza place is closed, so it looks like we're be getting mac and cheese. That has mac and cheese. I'm gonna have some beer. That sounds like a pretty good 2 hours, honestly. Maybe I'll play some more RSL. Yeah, weighty words and incoherent are with me here. It's just like... I mean, I think I know what's going on. Unless... What? We've already done Jabu. Everyone's done Jabu. We're fine.
Oh wait, Roska went up this way.
Yeah. He might be out of bomb shoes.
I don't think so. He got a
Or
lot.
he just didn't think about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Again,
Maybe.
whoever has... Again, if you are feeling like either you don't feel completely confident in the trick, or if you are feeling like, you know, your hands don't feel quite right today, or just like... You know those days when it feels like everything you do is a little to the left?
And
At that
the other
point, like,
factor is...
you know,
Oh,
lose
go
a
on.
little time, but not that much.
The other factor is you could just be feeling stressed. I mean, it's a three-way tiebreaker for getting into brackets. Like,
Like,
it's a pretty stressful situation.
yeah, it's pretty... If you don't feel 100% confident, like, we saw Kickemman, like, have to try that trick 3 or 4 times. If you feel like you might be doing that too, maybe it is faster to just go around. Yeah, if you haven't practiced it, it's faster to go around.
AlexanderHarrold going for...
Yes,
Bugs
Lefty,
one?
I know. There are days when you are a little to the left.
I guess to be fair. Okay, yeah, because he hasn't caught the path prio aspect for lights, so from his to his idea, he probably thinks that maybe lights are in well or on the Storm's Luck checks.
Well, RoskaTyrant is our first player with all of their medallions, so that's cool. We'll see if he figures out, he remembers where he left his light arrows.
Yeah, that's gonna be the big.
I do wonder if he's like also hoping for what I was like calling for him. He's like, I want them to be vanilla. It'd be really funny. Oh wait, blue fire arrows.
Okay,
Shots.
Kickemman, where are you going next?
Has he turned in his 20 yet? I mean, Kiss has lights. RoskaTyrant has walked past his lights.
Yeah, for Kickemman, the issue is Childgoran City. He does not have the path, I presume, or thinks it's bait, so he's dodging it. If he goes Childgoran City, he just gets long shot, and that's it. He's done.
It's like Ruska is going child.
Good. It would feel so bad for that to be the what happens.
Oh, could just be picking up the song. Well, you'd probably still go child.
We'll go child anyway, right?
Do they do well first, though?
I hope not. It's the best chance you're gonna have to do bowling.
Oh?
Well, he's walking. That's good. He's also wearing a very cute mask. This is something that I noticed ACU doing during his match, and I also do. I love that sometimes your controller decides that it wants to have a little bit of play and hit the right button when you need to hit down. That's the correct reason to pick up the Keaton mask. Then it's not slowing you down, then it's just cute. Okay, we are gonna be hitting our... Alright, we're good. We're good. We are free. Very nearly free. Unless RoskaTyrant decides that there's only one prize and leaves.
And...
Oh.
Yeah, almost walks out! Yeah, I mean, wait a second. That actually worked out as well as it could have for him. Just finishes off his medallion. His medallions goes straight to the next check, which, again, it was a sensible thing to do. I think it was about the only check left in logic for him. Yeah, GG for Roska. Like, this was a pretty excellent race, and it did come down to do and understand path priority and path of the hero. I think Kickemman will be getting his Hiri sword very shortly and be heading towards... He'll have his... I think he should be in go mode by the time RoskaTyrant finishes.
Yeah, for sure. He can get long shot within 5 minutes, I think. Even doing the trick storms.
Yeah. Honestly, the fact that he's so close, even with like doing well and doing multiple dips in places where in GTG, he has played himself quite nicely in this match.
I think the bow and the ice decision was very interesting. I think we'll definitely
Want to know about that thought.
Yeah.
If that's just like, nerves that happen to work out correctly.
Oh, Kickemman avoiding Chalgorn City once again.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Alright.
bad.
Oh well. Yes, Roska. The thing is, Roska against. He got a major advantage with that early bow that he found difficult to give up. Again, he had a whole half a forest of advantage at one point, plus an ice cap, plus not doing ice cavern, the possibility of him not doing ice cavern. Oh, he's going back to Corn City, it looks like. We go visit Sagora. No, see, this is why I hate the black magic. You think, oh, it's cool and goth, and then you can't tell how much magic is in the bar.
You just have to angle your camera right so you've got something light behind it.
Behind you, yeah. Oh, and we've got one more send off to Roska's hook shot Stalfo strats. So it looks like Alex is going to be our second runner into go mode.
Yep.
Seeing some good old chew strats from Roska on Salt and Pepper.
Honestly, it's fun. Enjoy. So I see you are a lights down, hammer left sword person, or hammer down, lights left sword person. So what's the correct order to put your items during the Ganon fight?
I go...
It's definitely hammer, bottle, lights.
Yeah. So I go hammer C left, bottle C down, and bow and arrow, or bow and lights on C right.
Yeah.
Ooh. I do hammer down, bottle on left C.
Okay.
Lights on right.
Yep. And it seems that Ross's opinion doesn't agree with any of us. Yeah, I think it does actually, like, Alex being second to go after all the time losses, I think it does speak to how little of the seed there was. Like, all of the places he couldn't go. If it really was hover boots in Deku Tree, if there were hover boots in Deku Tree, I think we would have seen him into Shadow. He would have gone deeper in Shadow.
Potentially. What's up, Scott?
Rude. I'm always just disappointed in Ganondorf when he doesn't behave and get down in a one cycle. There's the long shot. Kickemman is in go mode. All of our runners, and you know what? It always feels good when you're at least in go mode when the first finisher hits.
Yeah. Especially when it's somebody, let's say you're doing a practice race and it gets against somebody really good. You're like, okay, well, at least I'm not that far behind this really
And honestly, we feel like, particularly when there was that bow being where it was, definitely put a nice wrench in the seed. I think just Roska getting that bow so early gave him just such an edge. He got it very hard to get it back.
Yeah, the only way would be if, somehow he didn't clock Path of the Hero, he got baited into Shadow for Lights or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would have been like the one, place he could have threw the seed away, but he didn't, and he's going to be able to close this out very nicely.
Yeah. Definitely looking forward to seeing our brackets and Challenge Cup this year. The entire group stage has been extremely competitive. There've been great matches. Bringing the top tournament down to 32 means that we just have such density of talent in Challenge Cup this year. Because it turns out there's a lot of people who we have a lot of really strong like top 100 runners out here.
Interestingly enough, I believe even the lowest seed in Challenge Cup managed to win the group. So
yeah.
It shows you that, within those top 100 runners, there's a lot of talented people. But anyways,
speaking of
finishing...
people.
Yeah, speaking of which, Roska about to finish up Ganon, so get your GGs out in chat for RoskaTyrant. They'll be moving on to brackets.
Ooh, Kickemman having one last send-off here, getting Morph against the door. And getting killed before Roska does. You know what? That's gotta feel pretty good, doing that nice clean kill right there.
And GG's to RoskaTyrant, finishing with a time of 2:44.56.
It's actually shocking it took that long, all things considered, considering how restrained the seed was. Again, which just kind of goes to show that even a very tight seed has plenty of places you can wander off into.
Yeah, for sure. Or, just mistakes you can make, like, say not going hard for the bow. But that's one of those things seed dependent, right?
Exactly.
We'll see if Kickemman and AlexanderHarrold decide to finish up the seed.
No, we only need one runner to finish. It is a one person out of the group situation.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean free to finish. I mean if they decide to finish. That's
yes,
different
they
thing.
may choose to finish. Yes, the logic was convoluted. Yeah, I think it was convoluted in a very helpful way. If you knew what was going on, I think there were some very rude placements. Namely the Zora's River to Dodongo hints being in Zora's River and in Zora's Fountain. That wasn't great.
Oh, Narvel, Kickemman is asking if he needs to keep going. Okay, so Kickemman's opted not to. I presume AlexanderHarrold's gonna finish the seed?
Looks like he is. This is inclining towards finishing.
Yeah, Alexander confirming he's gonna finish out the seed.
Listen, with the 29 sphere seed I had, it was more like, oh, I understand, I'm getting a lot of information here. The information is that everything sucks. But there was actually a ton of useful information in these hints.
There was a lot of useful information in these hints, actually, yeah. A lot of ways you can eliminate things being in places. A lot of places where you can eliminate bait. Places that just have nothing. Like anything Storm's Locked, anything Magic Locked.
Huge areas that were never logically accessible.
So we'll see if Roska wants to come into the waiting room or come into the come in for an interview. It looks like AlexanderHarrold will once he's finished.
Sounds great. Oh, that's cute for it. On Kickemman's offline stream. Up on the screen, that's very cute.
I love the Pringles guy at the right.
Yeah, the Pringles guy, there is a Shuppet. I don't know what's going on here, but the art's very cute.
It's not because I like Pringles. It's just because it feels like kind of random, personally. Yeah, just throw a Pringles guy in here of all these cute, all the other cute art.
Little things, yeah. Then there's just the Pringles guy. Go home, Alpaca. That... Yeah, that was ambitious.
Still trying to work out if either Roska or Kickemman will be joining us for an interview.
Absolutely. Let me just take a look. Yeah, because it'd be lovely to talk with him about this, because again, Kickemman played very well, and RoskaTyrant had made some very good decisions. Like, why did you get fire so early? Like, that was cool. That was like, it's a very low cost thing, but also that walk is kind of obnoxious and is kind of time draining. So a lot of people do try and put that off. So, like, what his philosophy is about going towards that. That would be really cool to hear. Okay, so while we're burning time, I guess I'm going to pull up the groups and ask, who are you excited to watch? And who are you excited to see?
I'm really excited to see the tiebreaker tomorrow.
Yeah,
Tensei
and Pyra and Incoherent, all of those are fantastic runners.
That should be really
Pyra, you're
nice.
fantastic. Do not tell me otherwise. I will fight you.
Chuckles might have a word with you over Pyra in particular. Those two like to go at it.
Yeah, well, it's all in good fun.
Yeah.
Like...
No, of course. They're all fantastic runners. I really look forward to watching that game. It's gonna be, or that tiebreaker. It's gonna be really, really intense. It's gonna be our one and only two-person advanceless tiebreaker.
Yeah, everyone in that group's really great. Levi Beltevere I'm looking forward to seeing, because I know he was down himself about, like, kind of underperforming in quals, then he comes in as the last possible seed and takes his group.
Alright, looks like Roska is going to be able to join us for an interview, so I'm going to go ahead and pull them into the race commentary channel.
Yeah.
Yo, welcome in, Roska. GG's, and congratulations on winning the tiebreaker.
Thank you. That was stressful.
Yeah, looked like it. Oh, we have questions for you, by the way.
No
We have
problem.
a lot of questions.
Yeah, so the fire dip, the early fire dip is, I think, probably the difference maker in this seed. What's your opinion on early fire dips? Do you do that often? Did it just kind of feel like the right thing to do in the level seed we have?
If it doesn't hugely interrupt the flow of what I'm checking, I will always do an early fire dip.
Okay. I mean, like, again, we play it out here. I know that it really doesn't have too much, like, it really doesn't take too much time. But I know a lot of people are like, this takes enough time that I'm not really into it. But it played out here.
It was more worth it. I like it like this when I have Bolero, where I can go down and go back up and continue my loop.
Exactly.
I don't have to do the slow climb.
Exactly. Like, I am never climbing out of fire. Do not make me do that. Yeah, so that's like... Today was the day that proved why you do that. Because that definitely was a nice early lead. I guess our other question was about your decision to go to Ice Cavern.
I told myself it had been open too long. Once I found bombs, I was going to go there, because I can't do the glitchless jumps.
Okay.
So I would have to push the block all over.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair, because right at that point, like, my thought was, well, you just opened up the water, which could be completable, and then you could just be done, if you were lucky. But it worked out, obviously.
Yeah.
And definitely, I think that's something that I noticed you doing, and I do appreciate. I did point this out: the fact that there were several places where you were using like slower strats or backup strats that you were able to do first try, and I really appreciate that. Like, no, you didn't do the glitchless jumps in ice.
Oh yeah, I never learned them.
Yeah, but no, I think it's like that's a really important thing to point out that you don't have to have every strat, and it's probably better to just do a strat that you can actually like nail the first time than
Yeah.
beat yourself up for not being able to do glitches. So that was a point of appreciation I wanted to express.
I took a 4-year break. There's a lot of things that have a lot of tricks that have come up that I have not learned.
Oh, that is fair. That is so fair. And now AlexanderHarrold is gonna go smack Ganon and join us. So GG.
Yes, GG's, Alex. Welcome in.
Man, I felt so smart when I got that hammer.
Oh, that was a good play. That was a good play.
I was gambling off of Song of Time.
Okay.
I was being lazy and trying not to change the water level. That's how I got hammer.
Okay, that's beautiful. Because I was actually commenting that this is not very widely known because I am lazy and never actually wrote it up. But it technically is correct to do that if you're looking for items.
Yeah.
You're trying to.
My thing that cursed me was that boomerang location. Had I gotten that before going into Jabu,
oh yeah, that's always nice.
would have one tripped, and then my go mode would have been. No, wow. I probably would have been a hammer actually.
Yeah, my real question then is like, so how do you guys feel about that Path of the Hero?
I figured it would have been magic or something.
Oh yes, that one.
Yeah. So
what I found even funnier was that there were no Path to Phantom Ganon hits, implying that you could do AD.
No, it really just implies that both hooks are available equally.
oh, the song.
Yeah, no, yeah, but the song.
Yeah, just so you were actively going into a lot of magic locked areas, and we were wondering if like you hadn't clocked it, or if you were just like gambling on there being something useful.
Gambling on something useful.
Okay. Yeah, because that was definitely a thing where we noticed like one of the differences that getting the bow extremely early, but also staying out of Shadow, staying out of Well, staying out of Wasteland was a big thing that kept Roska on track. Also, yeah. Roska, another question for you. When did you realize you'd walked past Bombchu Bowling?
The moment I switched to an adult, I cursed out loud at myself and said I forgot Bombchu Bowling.
So hence why you went straight back.
So I was going to do Bombchu Bowling, the Hyrule Ferry, and then warp over to bottom of the well.
Okay.
By the way, did anyone ever find the hover boots?
Yes, they were on Shoot the Sun.
Oh my god.
And that's why the Curious Sword was passed. Oh god, yeah?
Yep, that makes sense. Because it wasn't even for water key logic, considering there was a rupee on the
push block?
Oh wait, it would still be that for the key logic in water, since hover boots is also long shot locked.
Yep. Yeah, so that was a fun one. That's why, like, again, the logic was super cool. The logic, like, really reduced the seeds to such a small amount. And again, like, my other question, like, you said it was nerve-wracking, Roska. Like, one of the things I said when it first started was, like, I'm not saying it is, but I know that as a runner, this is the sort of seed I look at and I fear a jet.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel that?
Yeah,
I do, but I like ones like this where it's not a full casino play, but you actually have to. There's deviations everyone's going to make.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a very for such a restricted seed. There were so many different possible deviations. It was a cool seed. It was a great seed for a tiebreaker. I'm glad we got to see people play this kind of seed rather than a seed where there's like one true route and you hit it early and you're just beating people by an hour. So
that's actually what happened in my last group match.
Mhm.
before this one.
Yeah, I
They
think that
made it's whoever went to GTG in our race first in that one, they were the winner. Period.
yeah, and
So
definitely something where we were concerned it would be that with the bow, but with you getting the bow that early, but it turned out to be just so much more complicated in a really fun way.
Yeah, I didn't get. If I had gotten bow before going to GTG, that would have saved me quite a bit of time.
Yeah, both you and Kickemman had double dip GTG, because and again I wouldn't blame either of you because the
Yeah, I was
Coda
also
first
rushing Song of
prior.
Time at that point because with that scale locking Song of Time, it made sense to go there.
Oh, it
Especially
absolutely
since
did.
you can go around the whole circle to get there.
Oh yeah,
That
absolutely.
boomerang, though, had I gotten that early on, I would have been able to just finish.
Yeah, there was someone who was doing like stupidly long skulls to start with, and I don't remember who it was. Whether it was I think it was you, RoskaTyrant. Like you were making a very strong effort to do skulls very early.
no, I wasn't.
No, no, it was
I-
Kickemman.
I did skulls, but
Like,
I
I
did a lot of easy
one of
ones.
you did the outside Gans cast of skulls stupidly early. I think it actually was Kickemman.
Yeah, it wasn't me, because I only did that to set time of day.
Yeah, maybe it was Kickemon then. Like,
Yeah.
but definitely Kickemon also got the boomerang pretty reasonably timed. You got the
I
boomerang pretty
think
reasonably
I think I came out of forest.
Yeah,
11 skulls. That's how slow I was collecting them.
dude, that's a great time to have 10. Like, there's 5 ones you're walking past in forest. No, so like again, I agree. Like pushing skulls real hard when you when you know you don't need 30, 40, 50 is not necessarily a winning play. So
Because like I didn't even do the nighttime cack skulls as a
Yeah.
child. The only
Yeah,
one I
I
got
only
in
did
cack
them
was the adult.
because I did 3 of them just because I was getting Dompe digging.
yeah, if you're walking past, it makes sense. But yeah, so
What did he dig up today?
Junk.
garbage. Let's see.
This is also the first seed I've in about the last 5 or 6 I've ran where I've raced Dompe.
Nice. Heroes would approve. So I guess Roska, since you're moving on, is there anyone you really want to play in brackets? Anyone you don't want to play?
I haven't even looked at it.
Yeah,
in all honesty.
I just pulled it up to fill some air while we were waiting for you guys to cool down and come over. But looks like we got some fun potential matches here.
I suspect that no matter who I face, it's going to be a good challenge.
Oh yeah, this is there are no slouches here in this advancing. Like, do you want KP3? Do you want Alfalfa Field? Do you want Mr. Martin? Ethereum?
I honestly, I don't care who I face. I just don't want to get blown out. I also don't want to blow them out. I want to have a good race.
These are all incredible runners, and there will be good races.
Like that's just the number one thing. Like,
I'm very excited for brackets again. Like, I quite honestly I didn't play as well as I wanted to, but also I have other stuff to do, and I'll be along commentating for the entire brackets series, which is just really exciting. So I'm hopeful I get a chance to commentate another one of your matches.
hopefully.
Yeah. All right. So
That means more time for me to dedicate to losing in the MQ tournament now.
oh yeah, we had a moment to talk about side tournaments. There's a whole bunch of stuff coming up in the Zooter world. We're finishing out brackets in the main tournament. We're finishing out brackets here on the Silver Gauntlets. We'll probably get our draw coming up in the next week or so, probably hopefully within next week, to figure out what our bracket will be. There's a 12 MQ tournament coming up. There's Random Settings League has started. There'll probably league signups coming around soon. So if you want to do Zooter, there's a lot of opportunities to get involved, and a lot of opportunities to watch some really weird settings. So hopefully, whatever you want to watch, you'll have something to watch, and maybe you can participate.
The one thing that disappointed me about having to push our choosing to push our time back today so you could restream both.
Yeah.
I missed the anti-weekly.
Oh yes, I forgot.
I'm gonna have to try it tomorrow.
No. Yes. Oh yeah. Also, may I know, the current weeklies are running on the standard anti-weekly settings. which is just every check that is not in the weeklies. So if you want to do a weekly that is not the weekly, that's an option right now. There's a lot of fun stuff to do in Zooter. So looking forward to enjoying a lot of it. Yeah. So do we have anything else anyone wants to talk about? Any questions from chat? Any questions from y'all?
I think you covered pretty much all the questions I wanted to ask, to be honest.
Well, there we go.
Yep, no questions from me, and failing to see any in chat, we'll go ahead and shout out all the volunteers, and then we'll send you over on a raid. So, huge shout out to our runners today, Kickemman, RoskaTyrant, and AlexanderHD. Thank you for letting us do this restream, for scheduling around another race so we could make sure we got both tiebreakers today out there, and just for putting on a great show. Huge shout outs to our trackers today, Stydoro, who did double header duty, Styreus, and Tubble Talk. The trackers keep us in the commentary booth in line so that we know what items the runners actually have and don't go off on wild tangents. Huge shout out to
Informed tangents. Informed tangents.
Yes. Shout out to my co-commentators today, jaxstronomy and Ink. Ink also pulling double duty with the race from before and this one as well. And then I have been your restreamer today. I never remember which command that is. We'll see if I get it right. Cool, I got it right. I'm your restreamer today. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and raid onto Alpha, who is doing a S8 practice.